Testing 1 2 3 1 2 3 4 5. Testing 1 2 3 4 5. Davenport football from Gannon University coming up in about a half hour from now. Davenport and Gannon here on DUPanthers.com. Davenport football against Gannon University coming up shortly on DUPanthers.com. About 20 minutes away from Davenport and Gannon here on DUPanthers.com. Davenport football a little over 10 minutes away. A season opener at Gannon University in Erie, Pennsylvania. Davenport versus Gannon about 15 minutes away here on DUPanthers.com. We're about 7 minutes away from the start of Davenport's season opening football game at Gannon University in Erie, Pennsylvania. Davenport versus Gannon University in about 7 or 8 minutes. We're just a couple minutes away from the start of Davenport University football at Gannon University. Hold on, Davenport and Gannon coming up shortly on DUPanthers.com. Davenport University football is on the air live from McConnell Family Stadium in Erie, Pennsylvania. It's the Davenport Panthers taking on the Gannon Golden Knights in the first game of the 2025 season for both ball clubs. Hi, everyone. I'm Rick Berkey alongside going solo as Davenport takes on Gannon in the season opener. Davenport coached by Sparky McEwen in his 9th year. It's the 10th year of Davenport football. Sparky's 9th year heading the program. Overall, he is 40-37 in his 9 years here. Gannon coached by Eric Rayburn, his 6th year heading the program, 22-25, his overall record here. We're at McConnell Family Stadium, and both teams are in their locker rooms for their final comments on this. Davenport last year coming off a 7-4 campaign, 4-3 in the GLIAC, finished 4th in the GLIAC last season, which is where they're picked to finish in this year so far. The Gannon Golden Knights are coached, as we said, by Eric Rayburn, his 6th year. They finished 3-7 last year overall. Sparky McEwen talked about our Star Spangled Banner.
And bright stars through the perilous fight, o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, while bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
And a fine job of our Star Spangled Banner here at McConnell Family Stadium in Erie, Pennsylvania. Beautiful day for football, by the way. Sun-splashed crowd. I'd say 90% blue, a little bit of clouds scattered around. Temperatures in the low 60s as we're about to get ready for the start of the season. Earlier this week on the Davenport Coaches Show from Uccellos in Caledonia, Sparky McEwen previewed the game against Gannon. Let's go back to the coaches' show and hear what Sparky had to say about the matchup in the season opener for both these clubs.
Coach joins us right now to talk about the Gannon Golden Knights. 3-7 last year were the Knights. 3-3 though in the PSAC. That's a good record, league record. They had 3 games, Sparky, that of their 7 losses that they either led or were tied in the final 2.5 minutes and lost those 3 games. So that's a little deceptive.
Yeah, they had some things happen last year, within their schedule that in those games where it could have gone either way. And, that's part of football, and that's part of, this new era of recruiting and the portal and things like that. And, they lost a few good players, but coach has already, he's already adapted well to the transfer portal, and he's brought in a number of players that can obviously help them surpass, that win total from last year. And coach has done this for a long time. He's done this for a long time, and he knows what he's doing, So some of these players that they have attracted to their roster, we've checked these guys out. They've got some football players there. They've got some football players, and we're going to have our hands full. And then, they got a couple new additions to their staff, so we really don't know exactly what they're going to be doing, scheme-wise. So, going into a game like that blind, you just want to play good, strong base, fundamental football, and in hopes that by the time that second half rolls around, we got a good understanding of what they're trying to achieve.
Gannon in the PSAC, the Pennsylvania State Athletic Conference, a good football league, and it's a good, I think, for a program to play teams from outside the region in terms of getting ready for the rest of the season.
One thing about the GLIAC with the limited teams that we have, we have those open dates and options to be able to go out and play other teams. All the GLIAC teams, for the most part, will be active in this week 0. I was so happy that we got the week 0 because we were able to, fill the schedule with Gannon, and they'll come back to us next year. So we're pleased, because we've gone to the NSIC, and with the playoff change, now the NSIC is a part of our region. As well as the GMAC, as well as the GLVC, and that's really, really important as we move forward because you get extra points when it comes to playoffs if you compete against those teams in your region.
You mentioned that they did lose a lot of players to the portal, but one guy they've got back, key man, Tank Mason, a wide receiver. He was freshman of the year. His freshman year, he's a senior now, but he had a big season, 115 career receptions, and he'll be a point of emphasis for your defense, I'm sure.
Yes, he's a good leader for them as well. He's a lightning rod. He's a guy that can score at any time, So we've got to be aware of all times where he's at. And they brought in a few transfers. One, being a quarterback, that's a Division I transfer, that we feel like he's going to, do well, at this level and in that conference, So hands are going to be full there. And offensive line-wise, they return a few starters there as well. The backfield, one thing I can tell you about, their head coach is that they're going to be able to run the football, okay? They're going to be able to run the football, and they're going to be tough, So offensively, I really feel like there's definitely some things there, and they're going to do everything they can to get the ball to Tank, because he is a player.
You mentioned the coach, Eric Rayburn, his 5th year heading the program, but his 24th year head overall. He had a few stops from before there, so he's going to have his team ready to play. Let's talk a little bit about the travel plans, when you'll leave, where you'll stay, and how that builds up to Saturday afternoon's open.
Champions know how to seize opportunities. When they see moments of greatness unfold right before their eyes, they push as hard as they possibly can, and then they push harder. Because the heart of a champion never settles, never quits, and never stops giving its all. We are champions. We are Division II. We go big, we give it everything we've got, and we win. On the field, on our campuses, in our communities, for our causes, in our careers. We rise to become champions in everything we do. We are Division II, and there are no limits here. We make our time count. We set our own path. We become champions on our terms. It's time to up your game, because we're here to play and learn. But most importantly, We're here to discover ourselves, our vision, our heart, our drive to achieve every goal we aim for, because we want to be champions at the highest level, life. At Division II, the opportunities are here. Are you ready?
And the captains are meeting at midfield for the coin toss right now. The Davenport announced their captains this week. 6 captains: Mac Vandenhout, Luke Snyder, Armani Baskin, Austin Steve, Miles Harris, and Latrell Scott. All our captains this year. They're all at center field for the coin toss. And they are just about to announce. Gannon has won the toss. They're taking the football. Davenport's got the black pants, white jerseys, and black helmets. The Golden Knights of Gannon, gold pants, brown jerseys, and gold numerals and purple helmets. I think it's a purple or a maroon, if you will. We're just about ready to get underway. Unusual stadium here. We'll tell you a little bit more as on right now. No stands on the press box side, all just one on one side away from us. We see some red-clad Panther fans out there. Saw them a lot before the game as well. Again, gorgeous conditions here. Low 60s, mostly blue skies. I'll apologize in advance. We are blocked out from the left corner as I see it of the end zone. We'll do as best we can here. Hope you've got the popcorn pop. We're ready to bring it to you. Davenport kicking it off left to right. Back to receive for the Knights. Demario Moore and Tank Mason. Actually, it's Tristan Keenan back there along with Moore. Just about ready to get it teed off. The kicker, Caden Pulaski, he'll be doing the place kicking and kicking off. Actually, he will not. He'll be doing the kicking off. Caden Pulaski will be kicking off. Caden Thomas, the other Caden, will do the place kick and field goal attempts for Davenport. We are ready to go. Slight breeze left to right as we look at it. Shouldn't affect the game too much underway on this gorgeous skies. Hope you've got the popcorn popper ready. Davenport football in the 2025 season is underway. A line drive kick hits at about the 15 high. It goes off the hands of the receiver Moore into the end zone. He doesn't have to come out, but it goes out of the end zone for a touchback. Panthers are screaming for a safety because it was touched initially, but the impetus of the kick took it into the end zone, which makes it a touchback. We are ready to go. Davenport's digging in on defense. We'll keep an eye on them throughout the evening. Afternoon, make that. Anthony Harris, starting quarterback, expected to start for the Golden Knights of Gannon. One back to the left of Harris. Davenport with a 4-man front as we start it. That running back is Tristan Keenan, the sophomore from Baltimore. And they will give it to Keenan, run wide. He's got a hole, look out, 25, 30 to the outside 35. He's got a first down across the 40 to the 41-yard line. Good play from scrimmage on first down. Brought down at the 39-yard line. First and 10, 3 receivers right, 1 and 2 to the left now for Harris, the grad student from Nazareth, Pennsylvania. Long count, and we get some movement up front. The back right tackle moved before the snap. It'll be a 5-yard march off against the Nolan Knights, who, as we said, are 3-7 last year, 3-3 overall. They're picked to finish 4th this year in the West Division of the PSAC. That's the Pennsylvania State Athletic Conference, behind a first-rated team going into the season, Slippery Rock, traditional power here. 5-yard march-off makes it 1st down and 15. Andrew Cuban, sophomore from Pittsburgh, out wide to the left on 1st and 15. Keenan in the backfield to the left of Anthony Harris. Harris, a transfer from Maine, University of Maine. Option right, he'll pitch it out to Keenan, run wide, cuts in, he's hit right at the line of scrimmage, brought down. Nice open field tackle that time by the Panthers. Latrell Scott, the redshirt junior from Chicago. Nice tackle by Scott. Latrell will be our guest at halftime, by the way. We'll go back and visit our interview with him we had at the coaches show this past week at Uccello's in Caledonia. Very interesting young man, sensitive and very well got his head on his shoulders, what I'm trying to say. 2nd down and 14, give him a yard on that gain. 3 right, 2 left for Harris out of the shotgun. Now he'll change the play, look over the defense. Davenport showing a possible blitz. There's the snap in the pocket. Harris, look out, he's flushed out. He wants to run. He's got room to run. 35, 40, and he's now down at the 46-yard line. They'll give him the 46. Nice pickup that time by Harris. Brought down by Xavier Marquez, the senior running defensive back. It'll be 3rd down about, let's call it 3 for the Knights. You hear the Panther team right below us. The bench is right below us here at McConnell Stadium. 3rd down and 3. 1 to the right is Tank Mason. There's their top receiver. In fact, he's virtually got all their receptions as far as who's coming back this year. Mason in motion. Here's the pitch out to Keenan, running wide to the right. He is hit at the line and dropped for a loss. Loss of a yard back to the 44-yard line. Give the tackle to Xavier Marquez. Punting situation for the Knights. Bryson Costa, talented kicker back there. Costa to kick it away. Asher Gregory to receive for Davenport. Good kick all the way down to the 5-yard line. Coming back to the right, cuts inside, gets to the 5, now the 10, 15, 20, and across the 20-yard line. Nice return that time by the Panthers. Asher Gregory with a nice reception. And we'll get our first offensive snap of the year for Davenport. Davenport comes right to the line of scrimmage. And Mac Vandenhout, the redshirt sophomore, getting the start at quarterback. Sends a man in motion to the left. Vandenhout will keep it on the design run out to the 20, 25, dumps to the outside, and he's run out of bounds near the 27-yard line. We got a little scuffle after the play, receiver and a DB, but they break them up quickly. Mac Vandenhout, the redshirt sophomore from Rockford, last year passed for 421 yards, 3 touchdowns, and 2 interceptions. Got about 7 on that one. He was a good runner last year, 128 yards on the ground. Give him 7, call it 2nd down and 3. Vandenhout will run it again up the free. He's got the first down across the 30 to about the 33-yard line. Vandenhout picks up the first down, brought down by Donovan Faria. And they go right to the line quickly again. First down, handoff off the left side, nowhere to go at all. Hit for a loss that time was Trey Harris. Loss of a couple, good surge that time by the Gannon defense. Call it loss of 2, 2nd down and 12. No score, just underway. Season opener for both teams. Davenport, black pants, white jerseys, black helmets. Back to pass Vandenhout. His first throw of the season. Over here it is caught at the 34-yard line, 39, and run out of bounds. Good grab that time by Keontae Nixon, the transfer from Roosevelt University. He was all GLIAC last year, was Nixon. Bumped out of bounds after a short gain out to about the 43-yard line. Third down and 7 for the Panthers. Moving it left to right near hash mark. Gannon with the gold pants and brown jerseys. Back to pass Vandenhout. He's looking. Now he's flushed out to left. Flips it out here. Caught by Harris. Runs to the outside. Breaks one tackle. Falls forward. Close to the first down, but we've got a flag. Boy, there was no blocker out there. I don't think it's going to be an illegal block. I don't know if they got a face mask or somebody came downfield. But it was such a quick pass. It had been hard to get downfield illegally. He shorted the first down as the play ran, but let's check out the flag that's going to decide this. Referee gets the officials together. Now they're going to eventually tell us. Personal foul, targeting on the defense. Whoa. It's going to be reviewed because if it holds, the guilty party on defense will be ejected for the game. So they'll have to go to a video review. We'll take a timeout and come back. We are just underway, Davenport and Gannon University, here on DUPanthers.com.
If I lose, I'll respond with respect.
If I win, I'll back it up with humility.
If I fail, I'll rise up with honor.
Student athletes work hard to be at the top of their game. Don't undo their hard work with poor sportsmanship. Please show respect to student athletes, coaches, officials, and other fans. Respect is the name of the game.
We are back here waiting the replay verdict. Davenport's going to pick up a first down on the targeting, assuming it holds. And again, not only will it be a 15-yarder and a first down for Davenport, it'll be an ejection for the offending player for Gannon University. Panthers starting quarterback Mac Vandenhout. We expect to see Dwan Mathis as well, the grad student. He and Vandenhout give Davenport a great 1-2 punch here. Vandenhout, a threat to run. He's already run a couple of nice runs so far last year, 128 yards on the ground and 3 touchdowns for the sophomore from Rockford. I'm hearing the coaches to the left here of us for Gannon. They're looking at the replay that we do not have access to, by the way. So they're screaming that he hit him with his shoulder, in the shoulder. So that would. This is taking a while, and it should, because this is an important decision. If that call holds, that player will be ejected for the rest of the contest for the Golden Knights. It was David Farrer, defensive back, who was called for the targeting. Again, he's the one standing nervously in front of his bench because he knows that whether he gets to play the rest of the game is going to be decided here. Again, this stadium is an old city-operated facility here. Pretty in good shape, though, pretty much. Houses neighbored by. If you're a Grand Rapids native, you think Houseman Field. There's some old homes just beyond the grandstand here. I'm sorry, I think Valley Field and Houseman Field. Yeah, whether you're a baseball fan at Valley or a football field at Houseman Field, but there's right in the middle of a neighborhood here in Erie. Well, the officials obviously don't have any post-game plans, so that they're making sure they get the right verdict. And again, I don't want to make light of it. It's an important decision for the Knights and especially for David Farrer, the defensive back who was called for the targeting. And I think they've got a decision. Here we come. They're coming back from the verdict. Referee will announce this to the crowd and see if the targeting penalty holds up or not. I did not understand him. Did it hold up? I see 20 still out there, so the targeting held up, but not with the ejection. Okay, so they called the personal foul, and that holds up, but not the ejection. Davenport 1st and 10 at its own 44-yard line. Vandenhout, quick flare pass, caught over here by Meach Garrett, and then bobbled and dropped. Tried to turn upfield before he made it secure, so it'll be an incomplete pass. Meach Garrett, good to see him back after missing last year with injuries. Incomplete pass, 2nd and 10 for DU. They've got the ball on the far hash mark, moving it left to right against Gannon. Scoreless tie. Mac Vandenhout's run for a couple of first downs so far. 13 yards on the ground. Vandenhout back to pass, throws it on the flat. It is incomplete. In and out of the hands of the intended receiver, Ernest Sanders, the junior from Flint. So it'll be 3rd and 10. So Davenport marched out here to the 44-yard line, but they've shut down since then. 3rd down and 10 for DU. 3 receivers to the right for Vandenhout. He'll take the snap in the shotgun. He's rolling right. He's looking. He's being pressured. He throws it long down here towards the sideline. It's well out of bounds and incomplete. So DU, after getting a couple first downs, will have to punt it away. Got a veteran punter coming back in Alec Woyan. 39 yards per kick for Woyan. DeMario Moore back to receive. Standing at his own 30-yard line is Woyan. Good snap to Alec, takes his time. High kick, and it's not real deep, but see if he gets a bounce. He does at the 20, inside the 20, down about the 16, runs out of bounds near the 15-yard line. About a 30-yard punt, and we'll get the second possession of the game for the Knights, who picked up 1 first down before they had to punt it away. Anthony Harris, the transfer from Maine. Out there once again. I think that's Jaden Birch maybe in the backfield with him at running back. Man in motion to the right on 1st down. Now he turns back the other way. Option keep. Harris will keep it. Pitches it out here. It's bobbled and lost on the turf. Who's got it? A mad scramble. Davenport says they've got it, but no indication yet from the officials. And now the officials unpiling him. And the Panthers have it at the 15-yard line. Coming up with it, I think, was Xavier Marquez. So DU gets a big break, a fumble and recovery at the 15-yard line, a chance to break this scoreless tie here. $9:12 to go in this first quarter. Trey Harris in the backfield in the pistol formation now is Mac Vandenhout. He will give it to Trey to the right side, to the 15, cuts to the outside to the 10, down the sideline to the 5, to the 1, near the end zone. He dives towards the pylon. No signal yet. Is he in? Touchdown, Davenport! Trey Harris got the pylon with the football. And DU strikes first. They cash in on that fumble recovery right away. Now the PA attempt out of Caden Thomas. The hold by Woyan. The kick is up, and it's almost blocked, but it's good. Davenport 7 and Gannon nothing. We'll be back with a kickoff here on DUPanthers.com.
In NCAA Division II, community engagement is an initiative at all 25 national championships because student athletes want to give back while competing for a national title. Over the course of the year, Division II student athletes have an opportunity to leave a lasting impression in local communities throughout the country. Whether Division II student athletes are volunteering at hospitals, schools, after-school care programs, foster homes, or retirement villages, they make a difference in the lives of others. In Division II, we rise to the opportunity and make community engagement ours.
One play after the fumble recovery, Davenport cashes in on a 15-yard run, touchdown run by Trey Harris. Younger brother of Miles and Myron Harris, twin brothers. Myron, of course, set numerous school records for Davenport last year. Caden Pulaski will kick it away. Keenan to receive, along with Tank Mason. 7-0 Davenport. Good kick. It's going to go right back to the 3-yard line, bobbled and then grabbed there by Keenan. Out to the 5, to the 10. He's hit right at the 12-yard line. What a big hit there by Davenport. Seven 0 Davenport. Golden Knights of Gannon back at their own, let's call it the 14-yard line, 1st and 10. Hand off to the right side and hit right at the line of scrimmage. Very short gain that time. They may give him a yard. Let's see. He might have lost a yard. It was Jaden Birch, the number 3 back coming in there. Latrell Scott, a nice tackle that time for Davenport. Loss of 1, 2nd 11, quickly back to pass. They'll throw it out here in the flat. Caught at the 15-yard line, trying to get away, but run out of bounds is Saheem Crawford Patterson, the redshirt junior for Gannon, making the push out of bounds. We got a number change. Yeah, that's number 3 for Davenport is not on the roster. Okay, there he is, Eden Lawler. Edwin Lawler on the coverage that time. 3rd down and about 4. Back to pass. Fired over here in the center. It's caught for the first down at the 30 and out to the 34-yard line. Good catch and run by Andrew Cuban, where he's hammered right down after he picked up the first down. Nice pass that time from Anthony Harris to Andrew Cuban, before he's bumped down by Deion Johnson, the sophomore from Detroit. They move the chains out to the 34-yard line, 1st and 10. Gannon moving it right to left with the gold pants and brown jerseys and purple helmets, or those makes call that maroon. Davenport leads 7-0 on the 15-yard touchdown run by Trey Harris. Back to pass, Harris in the quarterback. He's flushed out. Now he's going to run. He's looking. He's going to head to the sideline. He jumps out of bounds. Picked up a couple yards before they ran him out, right about the 40 or 38-yard line. Coverage over there by Jamon Gibson, the redshirt senior from Toledo, transferred from Trine University. Turned up, he picked up about 7 yards before he ran out of bounds. Good run that time by Anthony Harris, the grad student from Nazareth, PA. 2nd and 3 for Gannon. 2 receivers left, 1 to the right. Delayed handoff to Birch to the right side. He's close to the first down. He keeps legs driving and he gets it. Boy, that's a really good effort by Jaden Birch that time. Jaden Birch, a running back, was hit for about a 1-yard gain and a little short of the line to gain, but he kept the legs driving. Finally, Diamond Evans got him on the turf, but not till he picked up the first down at the 46-yard line. 1st and 10 Gannon, back-to-back first downs for the Knights, moving it right to left. Back to pass is Harris in the pocket. He throws it down here deep down the left sideline, and it is incomplete. Good tight coverage over there by the Panthers. Miles Harris on the coverage for Davenport. They'll bring it 2nd and 10 for the Knights. Two receivers left, 1 to the right. 2nd and 10 for Anthony Harris and company. Harris back to pass. He's being pressured. Little screen pass. It's set up beautifully. 45, 50, down to the 45. Into Davenport territory goes Andrew Cuban. It's a 1st 10. 1st and 10 for the Knights. They set up that screen pass perfectly. Let the charging defensive line through. Had 3 blockers out in front of Cuban, and the sophomore from Pittsburgh took it all the way down into DU territory. This is the deepest penetration so far for the Knights. 16-yard pickup. 1st and 10 Knights. 2 receivers right, 1 to the left for Harris and company. Birch in the backfield to his right. He will fake it to Birch. Back to pass. Harris. He's flushed out. Throws it over the middle. It is caught for the first down at the 20 to the 15, down inside the 10-yard line. They'll spot him down just outside the 10. Deion Johnson and Daryl Jeter on the tackle for DU, but it's a 1st and 10. Now we're into the trouble area here. We're blocked. Our view is blocked by the press box. After the 25-yard pass completion, two backs in there. Birch. And you got Tank Mason back to pass. They'll throw it out here wide open at the 10. Is Tank Mason to the 5. He's into the end zone. Touchdown. Touchdown Gannon. So it makes it 7-6 with the PAT attempt coming. Bryson Costa, the old PSAC kicker last year, in the attempt the PAT out of the hold of Anthony Harris. Nate Henrick is the long snapper. And it's blocked. It's picked up. Davenport can run it back the other way, but they've blown it dead. Unless they blew it dead. Running into the end zone for the 2-point conversion for Davenport the other way, but the officials have blown it dead for some reason. Unless they blew it dead before the snap, they should not have blown it dead because Davenport picked it up. And the Panthers Daryl Jeter was the one who picked it up, and he scrambled all the way to the end zone, but they were blowing the whistle halfway to the goal line. Officials are meeting now. Boy, this is just going to cost Davenport 2 points, I'm afraid, because I don't know how they can let it stand. Could be an inadvertent whistle. Davenport will have the lead either way. We can't see, again, we are blocked from, they're talking with the Davenport coaching staff, but our
Spots remain for the Night Nation Invitational set for Friday, September 12, as we
my guess is that it was an inadvertent whistle. They didn't mean to blow it, and they did, but that unfortunately doesn't do Davenport any good, because the 2 points they would have gotten, they can't allow it to play because the whistle blew. Davenport should be leading 9-6. Instead, the scoreboard is going to stay at 7-6, I believe. Again, I apologize. We can only see to our left. We can only see down to the 20-yard line in the corner. Davenport will be receiving.
social media. We are on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. Make sure to visit us at facebook.com/GannonSports, on Twitter @GUNites, and on Instagram @Gannon.
So 7-6 Davenport leads. They'll get the ball back after the kickoff. Costa will boot it away. Mike Young back one of the deep men for Davenport, and again, we can't see the other one. There's the high kick. It's coming back to Davenport right at the 5-yard line. To the 10, to the 15, to the 20. Look out, 25, 30, 35, 40. Breaking a tackle across the 44-yard line. Great return, George Sims. However, there's a flag on the play. This one might be coming back. Great return by George Sims out near midfield, but that's going to be negated, I'm afraid, by the illegal block. It's a hold against Davenport. They'll bring it back. So that'll move the ball back to the 25-yard line. 7-6 Davenport. Panthers got a 15-yard touchdown run from Trey Harris after a fumble recovery. Conversion kick was good. Quick flare pass out on the left, caught at the 20, out to the 25. Good lunging forward about the 26-yard line. Good jab time by Caden Collins. You'll see him not only split out, but also naming it as a running back. Just got a couple on that one, 2nd down and 8. DeJuan Mathis in there for this time. He'll throw it in the middle. Caught at the 30 to the 35-yard line. This is Caden Collins out to the 34-yard line. He's maybe just shy of the line to gain. He's right at it. Let's see if they give it to him or not. They will give it to him. 1st and 10. Moving quickly are the Panthers. DeJuan Mathis, the grad student, hands it to the right side and nowhere to gain. Drop for a loss that time was Caden Collins. They might give him back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd down and 10 for DU, which is really running the hurry-up offense faster than we've ever seen before. DeJuan Mathis takes the shotgun snap in the pocket. He throws it over the middle, and it is incomplete. Pretty tight coverage that time. They're looking for the receiver. Davenport's looking for the flag. They didn't get it. So it's 3rd and 10, Davenport at the 35-yard line. Man in motion is Collins. DeJuan Mathis in the pocket, looking. He's flushed out. He's going to be hit, and he's going to be dropped all the way back at the 25-yard line. Sack, first sack of the game for either team. Boy, you can't help. I know we've got a lot of football to play here, but you'd hope that that missed call by the officials doesn't loom large in this one. Well, Alec Woyan punts it away to DeMario Moore. He goes back and takes the catch at the 32-yard line, a fair catch. Again, Davenport leads it 7-6 after the touchdown by the, if you're just joining us, after the touchdown by Gannon at the 4:12 mark. The PAT attempt was blocked, picked up by Davenport, and run back the other way. But as they were running it back, the officials apparently had an inadvertent whistle, and that stopped the play, even though running uncontested to the end zone was the Davenport player with the football. He would have been a 2-point conversion, so it should be 9-6. Instead, it's 7-6. There's a flag on the play. It is on Gannon. Let's see. Back to that missed call. My guess is, I don't know, maybe the official who was involved with that also. 5-yard penalty be marched back the 26-yard. But if he, the official who called it might have been a high school official also, as well as college. And in high school ball, when the kick is blocked, it can be blown dead. Illegal substitution penalty against the Knights, so they'll move them back 5 yards. Still 1st and 10 at their own 27-yard line. Davenport 7, Gannon 6. We can't see the scoreboard. That's blocked from us too now. Back to pass the quarterback. That's the second one. He's flushed out. He throws it over to the sideline and incomplete. First snap at the quarterback, Ty Hurst, the transfer from Clarion, sophomore from Talmadge, Ohio. Good pressure that time by the Panthers. Austin Steef putting the pressure on. Incomplete pass, 2nd and 10 for Gannon, right to left. We're trying to see the scoreboard to get the clock. 2:26 to go in the first quarter, 7-6 Davenport. Gannon with the ball between the hash marks on this gorgeous day for football in Erie, Pennsylvania. 2nd and 10. Inside handoff, short gain off to the right side that time. On the carry that time was Blaine Duncan on the carry. Jamar Mills. The linebacker on the tackle there. 3rd down and about 7 for the Knights. They are 1 for 2 so far in 3rd down efficiency. Back to pass is Hurst in the pocket. Good pressure. Now he's flushed out. Nearly goes down. Here comes a flag. Hurst running down. He throws it deep down the sideline. Incomplete. It's going to be a hold, I believe. That'll be. They'll decline that and turn the down box over to 4th down. It'll be 4th down and 7. They'll turn that one down, and Davenport should get the football here. So it's 4th down. Knights do get the punt team on. Asher Gregory, back, who had a nice kick return that was negated by a holding penalty, is back to receive for Davenport. Bryson Costa, the all-PSAC freshman, is a true freshman, all-PSAC punter. 43.5 yards a kick, standing at his own 15-yard line. Gregory receive. 4th down and 7 for the Knights. Low snap, he goes down, gets it, takes his time. Good kick. Oh, man, Gregory has to go all the way back to the 12-yard line. Now he starts upfield at the 15 to the 20. Heads to the outside, the 25, and he falls forward. Nice return, Asher Gregory. out near the 30-yard line. Stopped a little bit shy of that. Davenport will get it back, leading 7-6 here in the waning moments of the first quarter. Making the tackle that time was Demario Moore for the Knights. Davenport has flip-flopped their quarterbacks. They're going to stay with Dewan Mathis here on this next possession. George Sims out wide to the left on 1st and 10. Empty backfield for Dewan, the grad student out of Romulus, Michigan. Had a stellar high school career at Oak Park High School in the Detroit area. Back to pass Mathis, a quick flare pass. Caught at the 25, breaking one tackle out to the 30 and falling at about 31-yard line was Trey Harris out of the backfield. They split him out. Just a short gain of about 3. Second down and 7 for the Panthers, who send 2 to the left and 2 to the right. Mathis in the shotgun formation sends a man in motion, meets Garrett. Back to pass, Mathis is going to run. He's to the 30, to the 35, and falls across to about the 36-yard line. He's going to be about 4 yards shy of the first down line. Call it 3rd down and 4. Third and 4 for the Panthers. 25 seconds and running here in this third quarter. Handoff, right side, 1st down and more. 40, 45, Harris to the 50, and into Gannon territory. Trey Harris, nice carry. They'll spot the clock. They'll stop it momentarily with 10 seconds. I don't know if Davenport can get another one off or not. They're going to try to. Harris stays in the backfield. 1st and 10, Davenport at the 48-yard line. Mathis doesn't get it off. That's the end of the first quarter with a score. Davenport 7, Gannon 6. Back with the fourth quarter, or the second quarter rather, here on DUPanthers.com.
Being a champion takes more than skill, more than endless drills, more than using your head. Being a champion takes the heart to give it your all, the agility to thrive from any angle, and the relentless drive to be the best. Welcome to Division II, where the pursuit is yours to create, and the question isn't, can you do it? It's, will you?
One quarter in the books. Davenport leads at 7-6. They've got the ball in Gannon territory. 1st and 10 at the, actually he's in his own 48-yard line. I'm going to go back and get it right the first time. He is in Gannon territory at the 48-yard line. First quarter, Davenport 4 first downs, 6 for the Knights. Davenport 18 yards on the ground, 36 for the Knights. Passing yards 25 for Davenport, 76 for the Knights, but Davenport with a 7-6 lead as we come back to action here to start the second quarter. First down, Dewan Mathis. Handoff right side, Trey Harris. Got a hole, 45, 40. He's into the 35-yard line, another first down. Big hole on the right side of that line. Let's mention that offensive line. Javante Yarborough, Armani Baskin, Chad Thompson, Adam Sario, and Zach Slapnicker. Slapnicker set a good block that time. Beam brought him down. First down handoff to Trey Harris off the right side, and he's going to be bumped out of bounds after a short gain to about the 30. Davenport running super fast. They get right to the line of scrimmage. Harris gets a well-deserved breather. Caden Collins, the junior from California, in there, gives him a little break. Panthers with a 1-point lead here, opening moments of the second quarter here in Erie, PA. Collins the back. Pitch out, Caden Collins running wide, cuts inside at the 30, and he plows ahead. Nearly breaks a tackle, but a good arm tackle that time by the Knights, Nate Henrich. Got a couple. Again, running no huddle offense. Right to the line of scrimmage goes Mathis and company, 3rd down and 4. Now he'll stand up and get the secondary call from the sideline. 3rd down and 4 for DU. At the Gannon 28-yard line, near hash mark. Right to left go the Panthers with the black pants, white jerseys, black helmets. And Harris back to pass. Mathis throws it over the middle into the end zone, and it's intercepted by the Knights. You're back the other way, 10, 15, 20, and out near the 23-yard line. Picked off by Delvon Beam. He picked it off, and Davenport's first interception of the game ends a possible scoring threat for DU. The Knights will get it back. There was a guy open for Davenport. They just couldn't hit him. So the Panthers will have to dig in on D again here with a 7-6 lead. 13 and a half to go in this first half. Halftime, stay with us. We'll have Latrell Scott, an interview with Latrell Scott, and also our good friend Bill Rowan, who couldn't make the trip with us here, but he's going to report in on the games around the GLIAC from Thursday night. There were 4 games. Bill's going to have the results of that game, those games for you at halftime tonight. Handoff left side, hitting the backfield and breaking one tackle, falling forward. Javon Blake on the carry. He got 1 yard with some good second effort. Second down and 9 for the Knights. 2 to the right, 1 to the left for Anthony Harris. Each team has used 2 quarterbacks so far. They just get the snap off in time. Rolling out Anthony Harris. He's flushed out. Throws it across his body. It's caught for the first down to the 40 and out of bounds. Good grab that time by Keenan out of the backfield. Tristan Keenan. He moved the chains again for the Knights, who've continued to increase their yardage lead, but Davenport has the lead on the scoreboard. So 1st and 10 for Gannon. Far hash mark, left to right they go with the gold pants and the black jerseys. 2 backs in the backfield with Anthony Harris. He will keep it on the option right. Now he's going to flip it out here. Caught at the behind the line of scrimmage and then getting across before he's run out of bounds. Making the grab was Tank Mason. They'll move him all around to try to get the ball in the hands of him. Mason, one of the top receivers in the PSAC last year as a junior, young man out of Indianapolis. You hear the Panther bench below us screaming out for the defense. He picked up more than I thought he did. He got out to the 47-yard line, called it 2nd down and 6 for Gannon. Harris takes a shotgun snap in the pocket. Now he wants to run. He's got a first down, I believe. Yes, he's into Davenport territory, slides down about the 46-yard line. They'll mark him back to the 48 where the slide started, so it's going to be right at the line to gain. And they say he did get the first down. First and 10, Gannon. That is 8 first downs for the Knights to 6 for Davenport so far. DU leads at 7-6, but the Gannon Knights on the move right now into Davenport territory. 1st and 10, left to right they go. Delayed handoff to Keenan up the middle. Got a block across the 45 near the 41-yard line. Good blocking on the left side of the line for the Golden Knights, coached by Eric Rayburn in his 6th year, heading the program 25th overall. Deion Johnson on the tackle for Davenport, but he picked up 7, 2nd down and 3. Second and 3. Back to pass, Harris in the pocket. Good protection over the middle. Incomplete. Good pass defense that time by the Panthers. Charles Thompson, defensive back, with a good defense and threw his left hand out there and deflected it away. 3rd down and 3. Gannon's probably in 4-down territory at the Davenport 41 here. 7-6 Davenport. Grad student Anthony Harris looks over the Davenport defense on 3rd down. In the pocket, back to pass. Now he slips and falls. Oh, that's going to help Davenport greatly. He stepped up to make a slip, and he stepped right on the decal, the sword of the Gannon Golden Knight decal at center field, in the center of the field, and I think that was a little slick, and his feet went out from underneath him, and Davenport will force a punt here on 4th down. Bryson Costa to punt it. And Asher Gregory, the dangerous return man for Davenport, will go back near his 5-yard line to receive. 8:42 to go in the first half. Davenport 7. Gannon 6. Davenport's touchdown on a 15-yard touchdown run by Trey Harris. 4th down and 11. Costa takes his time. Partially blocked. Partially blocked. It's going to be running out of bounds there, and the Knights are diving on it, but unless Davenport return man touched that, it's not going to be there. It's going to be our ball, and it will be our ball. The crowd thought that Gannon should get the ball, but no, it was blocked and then recovered by Davenport. It was blocked. It was blocked by Dom Gerguric. Dom Gerguric, the grad student from Akron, Ohio, blocked it. It rolled dead, and now they're going to say it's Gannon football. Unless somebody touched it after it went across the line of scrimmage for Davenport, that's not correct, but Davenport's not protesting too much. It's going to be Gannon football. Once it was blocked, then if it rolls around dead and on the defensive side, it doesn't matter. But if somebody touched it for Davenport in between that, it goes to the Knights, and that's what they're ruling is the case. So it is Gannon's football. Great chance to take the lead now. They've got a 1st and 10 after we get a timeout here. Well, Davenport bench, Sparky McEwen is watching, asking for an explanation. Again, if it went across the defensive side, the line of scrimmage, and nobody touched it, then it would be Davenport football. But watching the arm, the gestures of the official explaining to Sparky McEwen, I think he's making the case that it hit somebody for Davenport after it went across the line of scrimmage. But the discussion ensues. Both teams are lined up at the line of scrimmage, but the officials are not there. They're still giving the explanation to Sparky McEwen for this one. Well, he's going to accept it. He's not happy with it, but he's going to accept it. But it's 7-6 Davenport, but Gannon with the ball at the Davenport 30, or make that the 27-yard line. 1st and 10 for the Knights. Anthony Harrison, quarterback again. Jaden Birch now, the running back to his left. Jet sweep to the left side, across the 30, 25 to the 20, and now near the 19-yard line. On the jet sweep, they got it to Tank Mason. That's the dangerous guy they want to get it to whenever they can. He got about 8 on that one. 2nd down and 2 for the Knights. Approaching the midway point of the second quarter. Davenport's 1-point lead is precarious right now. Jamar Mills was on that last tackle for DU, along with Makai Matthews, who's made the switch from offense to defense this year for Davenport. Called a 2nd down and a long 2 for the Knights. Birch in the backfield by Harris. Harris is going to keep it on the design run. Cuts inside. He's hit near the line of scrimmage, and he knocked him backwards. They'll give us forward progress out across the 20 to about the 19. Bring up 3rd down and short for the Knights. Third down, let's call it 2, short 2 this time. Over center now goes Harris on 3rd down and 2. Sends a man in motion. He bobbles the snap, then grabs it, plows forward. They push from behind, and I think they got the first down with that second push. He took the snap and he bobbled it a little bit, then he grabbed it, went behind his center, and the offensive backfield came back and pushed him from behind. He's close. We might need a measurement here. I think he got it for what it's worth. Davenport defense says he's short. Let's see where they spot it. And they're marking it right at the 17. Looks to me like it's a first down, but they are going to bring the chains out. Quick recap of the scoring. Davenport recovered a fumble by the Knights fairly early in the game at the 15-yard line. And on the first snap after the fumble recovery, Cephas Trey Harris ran it 15 yards for the touchdown. Conversion kick was good. Davenport led it 7-0. Gannon then came back. They got down to the 12-yard line where they hit it through a pass to Tank Mason, their top receiver, and he took it in for the touchdown. They're measuring it right now, by the way, and the measurement says they got to get down and see an inch or less. Tank Mason scored, made it 7-6, and on a PAT, a key play in this game so far, the conversion kick was blocked, picked up by Davenport, and the Panther player was running uncontested to the end zone for what would have been a 2-point conversion for Davenport, but the official inadvertently blew the whistle, and they blew it dead, and that 2 points came off the board. So it's 7-6 Davenport, fourth and inches for the Knights, who I'm sure will go for it here at the Davenport 17-yard line. Keep an eye on the snap here. We mentioned that Harris over center here for I think the first time last time. This game has been shotgun, other than that, pistol. He bobbled the snap. He'll probably go over center and try to keep it on the sneak again, the transfer from Maine. 4th down and inches. Davenport plugging the line. Quarterback sneak, he'll plow forward. Boy, he didn't get a lot. He didn't need much. I think he got it. Davenport's saying they held him, but they're going to give him to the 16-yard line. It'll be a first down. They'll unpile. Panther defense thought they held, but the officials say no. Well, they didn't give him the 16. Now they do give him the first down, though. First and 10, Gannon. Trying to take the lead for the first time in this game, down by 1 to Davenport here, digging in on defense. Harris takes the snap. It's a reverse. Look out. Tank Mason's got room. 20, 15, 10. Cuts in at the 10, and he's brought down about the 8-yard line. Boy, it looked like he was going to score when he first got around the end. Reverse to Tank Mason. He's all the way down to the 8-yard line. It'll be 2nd down and 1 at the 8. So a great opportunity here for the Golden Eagles. Xavier Marquez in on the tackle, along with Jamar Mills, the linebacker. Second down and 2. They've had good success on first down so far, have the Knights. And we get a flag or a timeout just before the snap. Let's catch you up on some stats so far in this one for Davenport. They have 6 first downs, 35 yards rush, and 25 yards passing, so just 60 total yards for DU. That was in the first quarter, I'm sorry. They've got 80 overall. The Knights have 158 total yards, 60 on the ground, 98 through the air. Davenport a costly interception. The Knights with a costly fumble. So a big turnover for both teams. Come back to play. It'll be second down and a short 2 for the Knights. Ball at the 8-yard line. Davenport defense needs to try to get a stop here, at least force a field goal attempt. With 4:22 to go in this first half, Davenport clinging to a 1-point lead. Jaden Birch to the right of Anthony Harris on second and short. Mason in motion, now back the other way, back to pass Harris in the pocket. He steps up, he's gonna run, he's got the first down to 10, to the 5, down to the 2-yard line. Good run that time by Anthony Harris. He makes it first and goal at the 2, although he gets up holding his left shoulder. Took a nice hit there. Good hit that time by Xavier Marquez. And the quarterback Harris, remember that he's holding his shoulder. And it's his left shoulder, and he's a southpaw. First and goal at the 2-yard line. Carlo Ibar checks in on defense for Davenport. First and goal to 2. Birch in the backfield, and there's a flag just before the snap. Oh, they didn't get it off. Wow, that helps Davenport. No, they got a timeout just before the snap. So timeout with 3:30 to go in the first half. Davenport 7. And the Knights of Gannon 6, but the Knights are knocking on the door here with a first and goal to 2. Some individual numbers for Davenport. Rushing for Trey Harris, he's got 47 yards and 5 carries so far. Mac Vandenhout was 3 for 6 passing in his 2 possessions. Dwan Mathis 2 for 4 with 1 interception. Harris for the Knights, 7 out of 9 passing for 98 yards. He's also the leading rusher on his team with 25 yards on the ground. Now we're ready to get back to play here. Knights trying to take the lead for the first time this afternoon with the ball at the 2-yard line. Man in motion, Tank Mason. Now he comes back the other way. Handoff into the center line. He's hit for a loss back at the 4-yard line. Jaden Birch took the handoff, and he was swallowed up by a couple of Panther defenders. Austin Steef was there. And Brody Thompson was there. Deion Johnson was also there. They'll drop him back all the way to the 5-yard line. A 3-yard loss. Make it second and goal from the 5. Well, I tell you what, they really do a good job trying to get Tank Mason involved. He's in motion, seems like almost every other play. And now he's in the backfield in front of Anthony Harris. So keep an eye on Mason, 22. Back to pass. Harris in the pocket. Steps up. Now he's flushed out. Now he's going to run to the left. Looking, he throws it at the corner of the end zone. Intercepted Davenport. Back to the 10, the 15, the 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50, 40, 35, 30, 20, 10, 5. Touchdown Davenport! 100-yard interception return for the Panthers. I believe it was Markel Guilford for the 100-yard interception return. Guilford jumped in, grabbed it, and went 100 yards the other way in Davenport with a 13-6 lead. Caden Thomas will attempt the PAT out of the hold of Alec Woya on the snap of Jace Neely. Good snap, hold, kick is up, it's on its way, and the kick is good, just like that. Davenport now. takes the lead 14-6. Back with a kickoff in just a moment.
In NCAA Division II, community engagement is an initiative at all 25 national championships because student athletes want to give back while competing for a national title. Over the course of the year, Division II student athletes have an opportunity to leave a lasting impression in local communities throughout the country. Whether Division II student athletes are volunteering at hospitals, schools, after-school care programs, foster homes, or retirement villages, they make a difference in the lives of others. In Division II, we rise to the opportunity and make community engagement ours.
If I lose, I'll respond with respect.
If I win, I'll back it up with humility.
If I fail, I'll rise up with honor.
Student athletes work hard to be at the top of their game. Don't undo their hard work with poor sportsmanship. Please show respect to student athletes, coaches, officials, and other fans. Respect is the name of the game.
What a play for Davenport, a 100-yard interception return by Markel Guilford. Panthers will boot it away now. Caden Pulaski will kick it away. High kick coming down to the 8-yard line, to the 10, to the 15, to the 20. Look out up to the middle, 15, 25, 30. And almost breaking it all the way was DeMario Moore. An ankle tackle just kept him from going to the distance. Markel Guilford, 100-yard interception return. Gives Davenport a 14-6 lead right as, again, it looked like we're about to take the lead. Now the Knights will get it back with 2:20 to go in this first half. Gannon has a significant advantage in yardage gained. 161 to 80. Twice as much yards gained by the Knights, but it's Davenport with a 14-6 lead here. Back to pass, Harris in the pocket, flushed out, and he's going to be dropped for a loss back at the 30-yard line. Good sack that time by the Panthers. Jamon Gibson, the redshirt sophomore from Toledo. Now we get the 2-minute timeout. Boy, what a big play that was by Markel Guilford, young man out of River Rouge High School. They were about to take the lead with the ball inside Davenport's 10-yard line, but he stepped in front of the intended receiver, took it, and zipped down the sideline 100 yards.
Gannon fans, we have a tremendous opportunity for you to gain an inside perspective of Gold Knight athletics each week. It's the United Podcast, hosted every Thursday night at the U-Fix 6 Tap House on 4th and State Street from 6 until 7. You can join us live and enjoy great food, including a special each week and beverages along with a weekly special. Tune in and watch it. That's the United Podcast. That's the United Podcast on Thursday.
We come back to play at the 2-minute mark. Second down and 14 after the sack that time by the Panthers. Gibson. Harris back to pass. He's pressured again. Throws it on a flat pass. Caught at the 35-40. Across the 40-yard line, near the 43-yard line, close to a first down. Good catch and run that time by Andrew Cuban, the sophomore from Pittsburgh. Two Panthers in on the tackle that time. Miles Harris, one of them, along with Nick Pulley. Now we get the 2-minute timeout. Thought the previous one was. Again, we're blocked from the clock, most of it. 2-minute timeout. It'll be a 1st and 10 for the Knights. With a 14-6 Davenport lead, Panthers will get the ball to start the second half. Stay with us at halftime. Got a couple of special things. We're going to have a visit with Latrell Scott, the linebacker for Davenport. We'll also hear from my partner Bill Rowan. He's going to tell you what happened around the GLIAC on Thursday night. There were 4 games played on Thursday night. Checking the record book, by the way. I don't think it keeps interception returns in terms of yardage as far as records. We come back to play 1st and 10 for the Knights. Anthony Harris, we said, was banged up in the previous sequence. Looks like he's okay here. He's got Keenan in the backfield. Back to pass Harris. Now he's flushed out to the right. Steps away from one man. He's running for it, and he breaks a tackle across the 40 to the 45, and he's pushed out of bounds near the 46-yard line. Good job by Harris avoiding it. Almost sacked that time. Jermaine Young, defensive lineman, ran him out of bounds. Give him 4, 2nd down and 6. Again, you hear the Panther bench right below us exhorting the defense to hold here. Get the Panthers into that locker room with the 8-point lead they're enjoying right now. Harris back to pass. Good protection. Now he'll step up. He'll throw it over the middle. Caught for the first down at the 40. Run out of 36-yard line is Tank Mason. Boy, he's dangerous. I'm going to try to put 2 guys on him probably, but they move the chains. They'll spot it and then start it. Minute 44 to go in the first half. Actually ran out of bounds, so they'll stop it inside the 2-minute mark. Miles Harris ran him out. Good opportunity for the Knights here, trailing Davenport 14-6. We'll have first half stats for you too at halftime. Harris to pass in the pocket, steps up, throws it over the middle. Caught at the 32-yard line, breaking one tackle and dives head to the 30. Making the grab that time. Darian Folks on the reception. Got about 3. Minute 19 and running now for Gannon. Trailing by 8, 14-6 Davenport. Taking a lot of time getting this play off. Throw it on the sideline, caught near the sideline, then pushed out. Now they're going to say keep him in bounds. Give the catch to Cuban, but they'll say he did not get out of bounds. So they'll keep the clock moving. 53 seconds and counting. Finally, they get the ball snapped. Back to pass Harris. He's got room to run up the middle. 25, 20. Look out, 15. He's got a first down inside the 15-yard line. They will stop the clock with 34 seconds to go. Now they'll wind it. Gannon unofficially has 2 timeouts left to my count. Harris to pass in the pocket. Look out. Throws it over here in the flat. It's caught at the 14-yard line and brought down immediately inbounds. Good open field tackle. They'll probably call the timeout, and they do. 14 seconds left. Good open field tackle that time by the Panthers' Xavier Marquez. After the short gain, makes it 2nd down and 9. It should be second of 3 timeouts so far. We can tell you that not only did Markel Guilford make that huge play for Davenport with a 100-yard interception return. But it is a school record for an interception yardage for one play for Davenport. 100-yard interception return for a touchdown. Markel Guilford sets a new Davenport record with that play. 14 seconds left. Unofficially, Gannon has one timeout left. They got the ball at the Davenport 13-yard line. Now I'm told that they have 0 timeouts. That was their last timeout. Boy, if Davenport can get him on the turf here without a first down, they could run up all the rest of the time. Back to pass. He throws it to the corner of the end zone, and it is incomplete. He was looking for Zaheem Crawford Patterson. Good coverage over there by the DU defender. That'll bring up 3rd down and 9. Clock stops on the incompletion with 14 seconds left. That's what it was before the play. That's what Sparky McEwen's saying down on the sideline. Officials' time. You've heard some of the microphone announcements we tried to carry by the referee, but the audio is really bad, so we're not sure. Like I say, on the targeting play, that was where it was obvious that we couldn't understand him. They're changing the game clock to 13 seconds. 13 seconds left. And we think Gannon's out of timeouts. They've got the ball 3rd down and 9 at the 13-yard line. If they can get him down here short of the line again, I don't think they'll have time to run out the field goal team. Harris back to pass in the pocket. He steps up. He's going to throw it to the corner of the end zone, and it's tipped in the air and almost intercepted again. Nearly picked off that time by Davenport. That was Edrin Lawler who nearly picked it off. It'll be 4th down. Now they will have time to attempt a field goal here with 9 seconds left. They've got a good kicker in Costa. Anthony Harris, the quarterback, is the holder. The snapper is Nate Henrich. 31-yard attempt, and Sparky's going to call a timeout before they get it off. Remember, they attempted the PAT earlier, and it was blocked by Davenport. Run back for a near 2-point conversion. Nine seconds left here in our first half. Again, at halftime, we're going to have an interview with Latrell Scott, the Panthers linebacker. We'll also hear from Bill Rowan on a rundown of GLIAC games, or teams involving GLIAC teams. Thursday night, there were 4 of them. And the GLIAC went 2-2, we'll tell you, in advance on opening night with a couple of surprising scores in there. Now we'll attempt one more time the 31-yard field goal. It's not Costa in there now attempting it. It's Novotny. Novotny attempting the 31-yarder. Snaps down and kicks on the way. Plenty long enough, but I think he pushed it right, and he did. It's no good. PA field goal attempt is no good, and Davenport will get it back, probably take a knee, and we'll go to the locker room with the Panthers enjoying a 14-6 lead. Panthers will go into victory formation for this one play, and then we'll run off the final seconds. and go to the locker room. There's the snap, there's the kneel down, and that'll do it. Well, Davenport will take the lead into the locker room. The Panthers drew first blood after a recovery of a fumble at the 15-yard line of Gannon. On the very first play from scrimmage after the fumble recovery, Trey Harris took the handoff and dashed 15 yards down the right sideline into the end zone, just getting the pylon with the football, and the Panthers led it 7-0. Gannon came back with 4:12 to go in the first half on a touchdown pass from Anthony Harris to Tank Mason of 12 yards out. The T attempt was blocked, picked up by Davenport, run back for what was going to be a 2-point conversion for DU, but an inadvertent whistle was blown by the referee, which negated the 2-point play. They couldn't go back and do it again. And Davenport led it 7-6, and it stayed that way till the closing moments of the first half, when Davenport saw Gannon march all the way down inside the 10-yard line, and they're about to take the lead on either a touchdown or a field goal when Markel Guilford stepped in front of a would-be receiver and dashed 100 yards for the interception return. Not only gave Davenport a 14-6 lead, but also wrote himself into the record books for Davenport, the longest interception return in school history. 14-6 Davenport leads. All right, we got first half stats, and we've got interviews with Latrell Scott and from Bill Rowan coming up with you. Stay with us here on DUPanthers.com.
Champions know how to seize opportunities. When they see moments of greatness unfold right before their eyes, they push as hard as they possibly can, and then they push harder. Because the heart of a champion never settles, never quits, and never stops giving its all. We are champions. We are Division II. We go big, we give it everything we've got, and we win. On the field, on our campuses, in our communities, for our causes, in our careers. We rise to become champions in everything we do. We are Division II, and there are no limits here. We make our time count. We set our own path. We become champions on our terms. It's time to up your game, because we're here to play and learn. But most importantly, we're here to discover ourselves, our vision, our heart, our drive, to achieve every goal we aim for, because we want to be champions at the highest level, life. At Division II, the opportunities are here. Are you ready?
Davenport leads it 14-6 as we get ready for halftime here in Erie, Pennsylvania, the home of Gannon University. Some quick first half stats. We're going to give more in details to you at the end of our interviews, but the biggest stat of the game that jumps right out and slaps you across the face, total yards in this first half, Gannon 215, Davenport 79. 215-79 in favor of Gannon, and yet it's Davenport holding the 14-6 lead on the scoreboard. I will have individual stats for you and more after our interviews, but first of all, we want to go back to our DU Coaches Show that we have at Uccello's of Caledonia on Tuesday night. Stop out there some night or tune in on Davenport YouTube channel. 7 o'clock on Tuesday nights, or anytime after that, you can catch the rebroadcast on Davenport's YouTube channel. Our guest this week was Latrell Scott, the linebacker. Let's go back and visit and enjoy our short time we spent with Latrell Scott earlier this week.
Our next guest, Latrell Scott, a linebacker from the Chicago area, went to Simeon Academy, a legendary athletic school there in the Windy City, a 6', 235-pound redshirt junior, played in all 11 games last year, and he was second on the team with 55 tackles. Latrell, let's first ask you how you assessed your year last year, some things you did well, maybe something that you really want to get better at this year.
Last year, that was like my first year starting all 11 games, and I feel like as the season went on, I continued to get better, but like when I first started, I was pretty nervous and had like different types of, like it was a different feeling coming from high school to college, and I was just adjusting as the years went by, as the season went on, Some things I'm looking forward to is taking the next step, like being the leader. And last year I felt like I personally missed a couple tackles and stuff that I could have made. So taking that next step as a football player and as a leader is something I've been focusing on this year.
Latrell, you mentioned high school. Again, you went to Simeon Academy in Chicago, played under Dante Culbreth. Tell us what Coach Culbreth taught you as a player and maybe as a person.
Coach Culbreth, that was one of the coaches. He taught life lessons, and one thing that stuck with me is that don't take nothing for granted. Playing college football is coming from where I come from is very rare. Everybody don't get the chance, so every opportunity, make sure to take full advantage of. It's something that I live by every day.
Hey, you won a city championship in Chicago. That's no small feat. That has to be satisfying, wasn't it?
Yeah, that was the start of. I won that as a sophomore, so it was pretty young, but I was able to contribute, and it felt really good.
Last year, not only did you start all 11 games, but you also were top 10 in the league in tackles tackles for loss, TFLs. That's a big part of your game, TFLs, isn't it?
Yeah.
What's the key to getting a tackle for loss?
It all starts up front with my D-line. They create them seams and gaps and make it easy for us to trigger. And film study as well, watching film study as a whole, my coaches, other LBs. Just basically my team makes me better, and that's something that we big on at Davenport. I am because we are because I am. That's something that we live by every day. So without my teammates, that wouldn't even be possible.
So tell us about your family back in the Chicago area.
Growing up, my family, everything was very family oriented. So it helped me become a better person because it helps me. I'm becoming closer with my teammates. So it helped me treat others like family. So my family, everything I do is for my family, because that's how I was raised.
What did you work on this summer individually before you went to camp?
Some things I worked on last year. This year I worked on pass coverage. I felt like I was slacking a little bit with my pass coverage skills, and also tackling, tracking the hip, just taking them steps, and most of all, like I said, leadership, taking them steps, getting out of my shell, becoming comfortable with being uncomfortable.
You're a Cleveland Browns fan. Not a good time to be a Cleveland Browns fan, huh? You go way back with them?
No. So the Cleveland Browns, I was actually one of my favorite players play for the Cleveland Browns. So wherever he went, it's more of a favorite player instead of.
Who was that?
I like Myles Garrett and I like Deshaun Watson.
All right. Let's talk about this team. Coach talked about the long grind of summer camp, and you guys are probably, you especially as a linebacker, you're ready to hit somebody in a different uniform, aren't you?
Yes, it's been a long grind, but I won't take none of it for granted. And this camp ain't gonna do nothing but make us better. Camp is where we practice so much for 11 opportunities, so we cannot take advantage of those.
Latrell, you're a sport management major at Davenport. What are you thinking about doing with your life after your football days are done, whenever that happens?
I honestly want to get into coaching, so once I'm done, I plan on becoming a GA.
You so you want to be a college coach?
Yeah.
Would you like to go back to the Chicago area, or are you willing to go anywhere?
I'm willing to go anywhere.
Who's your best friends on the team right now, and what do you do in your spare time away from football?
I love all my brothers equally.
Oh, what a great answer. Beautiful answer.
And some things I like to do other than football, with my teammates, we tend to play the game or play other sports like basketball, of course during the off season, but lifting weights and working out, but yeah, that's really it.
Pretty good basketball player? Did you play in high school?
No, I didn't play in high school because Simeon is super big on basketball.
Yeah, I was going to say, if you played for Simeon in basketball, I know you were good.
Yeah.
But anyway, all right, what are your goals team-wise for this team this year?
We big on championships, GLIAC championship, national championship. So that's the main goal, to win.
Well, Latrell, great having you here. Thanks. It's great. You've been a great addition to the team. Again, played in all 11 games last year, second on the team in tackles, and I should mention, too, this young man, all academic last year. That's got to be a source of pride for you.
Yeah.
Think back to your days, both at high school and even farther back. Was there one person along the line who really inspired you to become the person you are, you know, or player you are, or the person especially, that really maybe affected you, where a light went off in your head because of that person? Who would that be?
It would be my granny that passed away. Everything I do, like one of my slogans that I live by is I do it for Ann, and that's my granny, so everything I do is for her. So, like, she's living through me now. Every day I wake up, I got a picture of her, and, like, she gives me the motivation and drive to do what I need to do.
That's great. Granny's watching us right now, isn't she?
Yeah.
That's great to see that. Latrell Scott, thanks for stopping by.
Thank
Go
you.
get some of this great Ucholo's food now, okay?
All right, okay, thank you.
All right.
Champions know how to seize opportunities. When they see moments of greatness unfold right before their eyes, they push as hard as they possibly can, and then they push harder. Because the heart of a champion never settles, never quits, and never stops giving its all. We are champions. We are Division II. We go big, we give it everything we've got, and we win. On the field, on our campuses, in our communities, for our causes, in our careers. We rise to become champions in everything we do. We are Division II, and there are no limits here. We make our time count. We set our own path. We become champions on our terms. It's time to up your game, because we're here to play and learn. But most importantly, we're here to discover ourselves, our vision, our heart, our drive, to achieve every goal we aim for, because we want to be champions at the highest level, life. At Division II, the opportunities are here. Are you ready?
We're at the half in Davenport's season opener here in Erie, Pennsylvania. It's Davenport 14 and Gannon University 6. One of two games involving GLIAC teams today here in Erie, PA. Grand Valley State is hosting a team from Pennsylvania, from Lincoln, PA at Grand Valley State. There were 4 games involving GLIAC teams on Thursday night, and our own Bill Rowan was there to report on them.
Hey there, Rick Berkey. Sounds like you've got the Gannon game under pretty good control from a broadcast standpoint. Let's catch you up on some other GLIAC games that were played Thursday night. For starters, defending national champion and national preseason number 1, Ferris State opened the season with a bang by beating number 9 nationally, Pittsburgh State, 34-17 in a season opener up at Top Taggart Field. Bulldogs jumped off to a 20-3 first half lead, played great ball on defense, and avenged a loss to the Gorillas of a year ago. Overall, Ferris's offense totaled 331 yards, 200 on the ground, 131 in the air. They held the Gorillas to only 67 yards rushing. Ferris led this one 20-10 at halftime, and their win was their 15th straight since last fall's season opening setback to Pittsburgh State. Ferris will travel to Lake Erie in Painesville, Ohio next week. Up in Houghton, the Michigan Tech Huskies won their first game over a top 25 team since 2019 with a 37-17 win over the hard-to-pronounce Bemidji State Beavers. 37-17 win, first time that Michigan Tech had done that over a top 25 team since, again, 2019. This one was 16-14 at half, but then the Huskies dominated on defense, shut the opponent down, came up with another, 23 points on their own in the second half to win it 37-17. Huskies will go on the road to play South Dakota Mines next week. Saginaw Valley State, however, lost 28-21 to Northeastern State in what's called the annual Red Feather Classic up in Houghton on Thursday night. This one 14-13 in favor of the visitors at halftime, but then the winners, Northeastern State, turned it on the second half and ended up winning that one 28-21. The Fighting Cardinals remain at home for next week, a Week 2 matchup against Gannon after Davenport gets through with them today. So that's their upcoming schedule. And finally, the Northern Michigan Wildcats, picked by the coaches to finish last in the GLIAC this year, were beaten 44-37 by Morehead State up in Marquette. This was a game where they trailed 21-0. Then Morehead stretched the lead to 27-15 at half. Score was 44-37 with 60 minutes to go. 60 seconds to go. And Northern had the ball, but they didn't score. So they lose their opener. Wildcats will hit the road next week visiting Northwood. So 2 winners in the league, Ferris State, Michigan Tech Thursday night. 2 losers, Northern Michigan and Saginaw Valley. Grand Valley is home against Lincoln of Nebraska this afternoon. Roosevelt and Wayne State open up next week.
All right, thanks, Bill. We're going to take a break, come back with first half stats. Davenport leads at 14-6 over Gannon here in the opener for both teams in Erie, Pennsylvania. Stay with us.
Being a champion takes more than skill, more than endless drills, more than using your head. Being a champion takes the heart to give it your all, the agility to thrive from any angle, and the relentless drive to be the best. Welcome to Division II, where the pursuit is yours to create, and the question isn't, can you do it? It's will you?
We're at the half. Davenport leads Gannon University 14-6. Again, a quick recap of the scoring summary. Davenport recovered a fumble on the 15-yard line of Gannon early in the first half. And on the very first play after the recovery, Trey Harris ran it 15 yards down the right sideline for the touchdown. Caden Thomas' conversion kick made it 7-0 Davenport. It stayed 7-0 Davenport till 4:12 mark of the first quarter, when Harris, the quarterback, put Tank Mason out of the backfield. He took it 12 yards to make that 13 yards for the touchdown. The PAT attempt was blocked. Davenport picked up the block and ran it back for what is going to be a 2-point conversion, but the inadvertent whistle stopped the play, costing Davenport 2 points. Stayed that way till late in the first half. Gannon driving down inside the Davenport 10-yard line. We're about ready to take the lead here in the final couple minutes of the half. And then quarterback Harris threw the ball to the side, to the end goal line, where Markel Guilford stepped in front of it and intercepted it, and then ran it 100 yards down the sideline for a school record 100-yard interception return for a touchdown. And Davenport then led it 13-6. Caden Thomas' conversion kick made it 14-6 in favor of Davenport. That's how we went into the locker room. Yardage in the first half for Davenport, 54 yards on the ground, 75 for the Knights. Passing yards, Davenport just 25 yards through there, 140 for the Knights. So total yards, again, total yardage advantage for Gannon, 215 to just 79 total yards for Davenport. And yet the Panthers, despite being outgained by that whopping 140 margin, still lead at 14-6 on the scoreboard. Individually, Trey Harris for Davenport has 47 yards to lead all rushers so far. Quarterback Anthony Harris has 37 yards on the ground for Gannon. Davenport starting quarterback Mac Vandenhout went 3 for 6 passing before he was replaced by DeJuan Mathis. Mathis went 2 for 4 passing for just 12 yards. He threw 1 interception. Anthony Harris for the Knights, 12 out of 17, 140 yards and 1 touchdown to Tank Mason. He's been sacked twice. Leading receiver for Davenport, Caden Collins, has 2 out of the backfield for 10 yards total. For the Knights, Cuban has 4 receptions. Tank Mason has 3. Leading tacklers for Davenport, Deion Johnson has 6 for Davenport. Latrell Scott, our halftime guest, has 5. Markel Guilford has 5 tackles also, in addition to that school record 100-yard interception return for touchdown. Xavier Marquez has 4 tackles as well. For the Knights, Bryce Wood leads everybody for them with 6 tackles. All right, both teams are back on the field. We're just a minute away from the second half. Let's take one final break and come back with the second half here on DUPanthers.com.
If I lose, I'll respond with respect.
If I win, I'll back it up with humility.
If I fail, I'll rise up with honor.
Student athletes work hard to be at the top of their game. Don't undo their hard work with poor sportsmanship. Please show respect to student athletes, coaches, officials, and other fans. Respect is the name of the game.
(14-6) Davenport with the lead, and the Panthers will get the football to start the second half. One other stat from the first half, both coaches probably pretty happy with how clean it's been played. Davenport only 1 penalty for 25 yards, 2 for 10 for the Golden Knights, so just 3 penalties total in that first half. See if DU can get something on the board to keep the momentum going after that electrifying school record 100-yard interception returned by Markel Guilford. Mike Young is one of the deep men for Davenport. And we are blocked from seeing the other one. I think it's George Sims. Sims had a nice return, by the way, in that first half that was negated by a penalty. So there's Sims and Young deep for the Panthers. Bryson Costa to kick it off. And we are just about ready to start the second half on this gorgeous day for football here in Erie, Pennsylvania. Davenport 14, Gannon 6. Both teams ready. The officials are ready. Here we go with the second half. Costa boots it away towards the left side. Sims is going to come up and take it at about the 10-yard line. 15-20, 25-30. Breaks tackle across the 30 to 25. Make that to the 27-yard line before he's brought down right there. DU will start. We'll see who starts at quarterback for the second half. Mac Vanderhaan got the start first time. Reggie Byers on the tackle for the Knights. Davenport showed hurry-up offense the whole first half. See if they continue that. It'll be Dwan Mathis in there in the backfield. Trey Harris behind him in that pistol formation on 1st and 10 for DU. And we got motion right away by Davenport. Just talked about how clean the game was in the first half. First snap, we got a illegal procedure against Davenport. Well, the referee's mic's getting a little clearer. First down and 15. Meach Garrett out wide to the left. Pistol formation for Dwan Mathis. Last year played 7 games before he injured. Mathis back to pass. Fires it on the flat, and it's incomplete. Mathis, we told you in that first half, just 2 for 4 for 12 yards, 1 interception. Second down and 15. Mathis looks over that defense, a long count, sends a man in motion behind him. Mathis gets it on a delayed handoff to Trey Harris, breaks 1 tackle, gets across the line, keeps the legs driving, gets out by near the original line of scrimmage. He got about 4.5. Make it give him 5. Bring a 3rd and 10 for DU, which goes to the line of scrimmage immediately. The Knights trying to shuffle in some. Frederick on the tackle there to shuffle in some quick defensive replacements. Now we'll get the secondary call on 3rd and 10 for DU. Opening drive of the second half. Davenport 14, Gannon 6 here in PA. Mathis to pass in the pocket, looking, he fires it over the middle. It is caught right at the 41-yard line for the first down. Going down to one knee and securing the ball with the catch was George Sims. His first catch, and we got a flag on the play. I think this one's a little contact after the play was over. The play was good for a first down to the 41-yard line for Davenport. See if it's dead ball. Davenport's backing up. This doesn't look good. We'll get the explanation. They're just saying first down. I think they're picking it up. And Gannon Golden Knights coach Eric Rayburn, he's not happy with that one. I don't blame him. So what you called something. Anyway, it's a 1st and 10 for Davenport. Ball out to the 41-yard line, their own 41. Dwan Mathis hands it off to Trey Harris, and he's got nowhere to go. He's going to be hit right at the line of scrimmage. Almost lost a yard. Good tackle that time by Rashid Frederick. They'll give him a yard on the play, 2nd down and 9 for DU, which sends 2 receivers both ways for Dwan Mathis, who threw for 580 yards and 3 touchdowns, 2 interceptions last year. Back to pass in the pocket, good protection. Now he's flushed out. He wants to run. Here comes a holding penalty. He'll get across the line of scrimmage that's just about it. Only got a couple, but this is probably going to be a hold, and I would think that Gannon would turn it down. If they decline it, it'll be 3rd and 8. You have 2nd and 18 or 3rd and 8. I'd take 3rd and 8 every time, but let's see what they do. They're going to take the penalty. So it'll be 2nd and 18. So if they hold Davenport to less than 10 yards on this play, then this was the right call, I guess. Caden Collins, the junior out of Canoga Park, California, there to give it to Collins off the left side, and he got a few yards back across the 37 to the 38. No, his knee went down at the 37. Third carry of the game for Caden Collins. 3rd down and long for DU, 3rd and 14, left to right they go. On the far hash mark, black pants, white jerseys, black helmets. Mathis back to pass in the pocket. He's flushed out. He throws it long down here, down the sideline. This ball is up in the air, tipped and incomplete. Good job that time by Keontae Nixon. He went up and got a hand on it. There were 2 defenders back there. He might have prevented an interception. Turned into defensive back, did Keontae Nixon, the redshirt junior from Chicago. So Davenport gets 1 first down. Now they've got to punt it away. Alec Woyan, 2 punts, averaging 41.5 yards in that first half. Little shifting around on the line. Woyan waits the snap. He's got it. Takes his time. High kick. It's going to not very far. Hits it about the 30-yard line. Rolls forward to the 25, to the 20. Davenport touched it, so they're going to move it up a little bit.
The punt was initially hit by the Panthers up near the 30-yard line.
So they got a Panther down. We will take a break. We got an injury. Davenport leads at 14-6 here on DUPanthers.com.
In NCAA Division II, community engagement is an initiative at all 25 national championships because student athletes want to give back while competing for a national title. Over the course of the year, Division II student athletes have an opportunity to leave a lasting impression in local communities throughout the country. Whether Division II student athletes are volunteering at hospitals, schools, after-school care programs, foster homes, or retirement villages, they make a difference in the lives of others. In Division II, we rise to the opportunity and make community engagement ours.
Well, Davenport player down on the field with an apparent leg cramp. They're stretching him out there. Can't quite get the number on him, but we'll check it out. So it'll be Gannon football, 1st and 10 at the 32-yard line. They're still stretching him out there, making sure that well, I said it was just a leg cramp. Maybe I hope that's what it is, but because that's it is Markel Guilford. Oh boy, the guy who just set a school record in the first half with a 100-yard interception return for a touchdown, and he is limping off the field. He's on his own power, but definitely hobbling, so I don't know if we'll see Markel back out there again today or not. Davenport 14, Gannon 6. First possession of the second half for the Golden Knights, who have gold pants, brown jerseys, and maroon helmets. Gold numerals, right to left they go on the far hash mark. Anthony Harris gives it on the handoff to the right back. Keenan off the right side. He tries to turn the corner, and it's not there. He does fight across the line of scrimmage. Good effort there by Keenan. He was going to be a loss of a yard, but he turned it into a small gain of about a yard. Jamar Mills, good defense that time by DU. Second down and 9, let's call it. 3 receivers to the left for the Knights. Davenport trying to dig in, get some pressure on Anthony Harris, who takes the shotgun snap in the pocket. Now he steps up. He's flushed out. He's going to get by one man, and he breaks a tackle across the 35, 40, 45, and he's close to a first down. Actually, the 40, his knee went down before then. A little short of it. Boy, Harris can run the football. Good job that time. We mentioned he was their leading rusher in that first half with a net 37 yards, despite a couple sacks. By the way, in case you're wondering, third down conversions in that first half. Davenport just 2 out of 5. The Knights were 2 out of 7. The Knights picked up the only fourth down conversion attempt on a 4th and inches. Third down and 2 here for Gannon. Tank Mason in motion. They'll give it to him on the sweep, running wide. He's hit behind the line of scrimmage, keeps the leg driving, lunges forward. He's right at the line to gain. I think he got it. Good effort that time by Tank Mason, the senior out of Indianapolis. He moves the chains, 1st and 10 Gannon. Just underway third quarter. 11 minutes and running here in this third quarter. Davenport 14, Gannon 6. Opening game for both teams. Davenport on the road for 3 straight games to start the season and 4 of their first 5. Handoff. No, he's going to keep it. Mathis, look out, breaks the tackle. 45-50 into Davenport territory all the way down the 40-yard line. Great play fake that time by Anthony Harris. Put it in the belly of his running back, pull it out the last instant. Finney made the tackle for DU. But as a big gain for Harris, he's all the way down to the Davenport 38-yard line. 1st and 10 Knights. Anthony Harris, it said, the leading rusher in this game now, as well as the top passer. Here's a handoff to Keenan. He's hit for a loss. Back inside the 40-yard line. Mark him down at the 41-yard line. Loss of 3, 2nd down and 13. Big hit that time by the Panthers' Kennedy Nelson, the senior from Raleigh, North Carolina. 3-yard loss. 2nd and 13 for the Knights. Saheem Crawford-Patterson out wide to the right. 3 receivers to the left for the Knights, coached by Eric Rayburn in his 6th year heading up the program. Mathis to pass. He's flushed out. Gets by the line of scrimmage to the 35, to the 30, to the 25. He's down. He fumbles the football, and I think Davenport's got it. Was he down is the question. Davenport's got the football. Was he down? They say no. Davenport football. Panthers got the recovery all the way down near the 24-yard line. Deion Johnson recovered it. DU dodges another bullet, and now they're going to challenge it. Okay, the challenge flag comes out by Coach Eric Rayburn, and what he's going to be challenging here is whether or not the knee was down before the football came out. If he's right, and they win the challenge, the ball will stay in the hands of Gannon. If he's wrong, Davenport will have it. So last time we had a video review, it took quite a while to revert. Forcing the tackle, I guess, was Johnson. Johnson did not recover it. Johnson forced it. We're watching the crowd mic as best we can. It's right above the Davenport bench. This is a key review, especially if Davenport recovers it. Total yardage continuing to mount in favor of Gannon, but Davenport still leads it on the scoreboard 14-6. Why don't we take a quick break and come back with the verdict on this challenge by the Gannon sideline.
Being a champion takes more than skill, more than endless drills, more than using your head. Being a champion takes the heart to give it your all, the agility to thrive from any angle, and the relentless drive to be the best. Welcome to Division II, where the pursuit is yours to create. And the question isn't, can you do it? It's, will you?
Well, the video review continues here in Erie, Pennsylvania. And I always have to remind the folks when they're watching or listening to a Davenport game that the video review they have is they do not have the advantages of a Division I game that you're watching at home on television with multiple cameras, high action cameras. They're looking at tablets to see whether or not, and sometimes that, especially on a bright sunshiny day here, it's tough to see. They have to have conclusive evidence. The call on the field was a fumble and Davenport recovery. The call challenged by Gannon coach Eric Rayburn. It's a good gamble, I think, on his part either way, because this is a momentum-changing play. Did they overturn it? No, it's Davenport football. They're not going to overturn it, so Davenport gets the ball back. We need to take advantage. The last time they did take advantage of a fumble recovery, they scored on a 15-yard touchdown on the very first snap after recovery. Panthers have the ball 1st and 10 at the 22-yard line. Quan Mathis with Trey Harris in the backfield. First and 10 at the 22. Actually, they're moving it back to the 21. (14-6) Davenport here in the third quarter. Yeah, Gannon should lose a timeout on the challenge that was not turned. Mathis gives to Trey Harris, left side, got a hole across the 25, keeps the legs driving out to the 27, maybe the 29-yard line. Good hard run by Trey Harris. Brought down by Stewart for the Knights. Harris had 47 yards on the ground in the first half, including the 15-yard touchdown gallop. Give him 8 on that one. 2nd and 2, and there's a flag just at the snap. Illegal procedure on Davenport. Boy, they're running that hurry-up offense. They weren't set on the line that time. 2nd and 2 is going to be 2nd and 7 now. Dwan Mathis, the Panthers quarterback, told he threw for 3 touchdowns. He ran for 1 last year. Back to the 24, makes it 2nd down and about 7 for DU. Left to right they go. Black pants, white jerseys, black helmets for DU. Mathis takes the snap. He's going to run a design run up the middle. Gets across the 30, 35. Here goes Mathis, 40, 45, and he's run out of bounds near the midfield stripe. Dwan Mathis, best play so far running the football. He's all the way out, in right at the midfield stripe. Big run by Dwan Mathis of 26 yards. 1st and 10 Davenport at midfield. 3 receivers right. They keep with the hurry-up offense. You hear the wind starting to pick up a little bit out there from our crowd mic. Mathis flips it out here. Caught by Trey Harris. Breaks 1 tackle at the 45. Trey to the 40, and he's down to the 35-yard line and run out of bounds inside the 35. Good catch and run that time by Trey Harris. Spent 3 years at Youngstown State, did Trey Harris, Miles and Myron's younger brother. So Davenport, a 26-yard run by Mathis, and now a 16-yard catch and run by Trey Harris from Mathis. 1st and 10 Panthers on the move. Mathis to pass in the pocket, looking, now he's flushed out to the right, looking downfield, he's still looking. He fakes it, now he's going to be bumped out of bounds near the 35-yard line. Good hit that time by the Knights. Bryce Wood hit him just right at the sideline. He did get back to the line of scrimmage, no gain, 2nd and 10 for DU. 7.5, we're at the midway point of this 3rd quarter. Davenport 14, Gannon 6. Mathis, again, is going to run. 35, and he slides down at about the 37-yard line, although they'll say he started his slide at the 39. So it's going to be a minimal gain. They mark it at a 38 now, call it 3rd down, and a long 8 for DU. 3 receivers to the left, 1 to the right. Keontae Nixon is out to the right for Davenport. Mathis to pass in the pocket, looking. He throws it into the sideline, incomplete. A receiver fell down. Boy, that nearly was picked off. He was looking for Ernest Sanders. His feet slipped out from under just as the ball got there. 4th down for Davenport and 9. And at the 33-yard line, too long to attempt a field goal. And too close to punt it, so they'll go for it on 4th down and 9. 3 receivers again to the left for DU on 4th down and 9. Gannon's defense trying to get the team off the field. Long count for Mathis. Takes the snap in the pocket, looking. He fires it long over the middle. It is caught at the 10-yard line to the 5 and all the way down near the 4-yard line. George Sims, the Wisconsin native from Racine, made the catch on 4th and 9, a huge pickoff, bumped down by Stewart. But it's 1st and goal. Davenport, they'll spot him at the 4-yard line. Big play on 4th down for Davenport. Their first 4th down attempt of the game is a big one. 1st and goal. In fact, they'll spot it at the 3. Mathis will run it up the middle to the 3, to the 2, falls forward. He's short of the line to his touchdown line, but he's at the 1, I believe. Give him 2, 2nd and goal at the 1. Davenport lined up quickly. Now they'll reset and get the call from the sideline. 2nd and goal from just, let's call it the 2-yard line. 2nd and goal from the 2. Mathis takes the snap, gives to Trey Harris up the middle. Touchdown Davenport! Trey Harris from 2 yards out, and DU increases the lead to 20-6. Thomas to attempt the kickoff for DU, or the place kick rather. The hold is good, the snap is good, and the kick is good. Caden Thomas drills it through. It's 21-6 Davenport with 5:47 to go here in the third quarter. Back with a kickoff here on DUPanthers.com.
If I lose, I'll respond with respect.
If I win, I'll back it up with humility.
If I fail, I'll rise up with honor.
Student athletes work hard to be at the top of their game. Don't undo their hard work with poor sportsmanship. Please show respect to student athletes, coaches, officials, and other fans. Respect is the name of the game.
Davenport now on top, 21-6 after the second touchdown of the game for Cephas. Call him Trey Harris. Cephas' his given name, Trey Harris. They call him Trey because he's Cephas Harris III in family lines, and so they just called him Trey. 21-6 Davenport now. They'll kick it away. Caden Pulaski will boot it away for Davenport. DeMario Moore and Keenan back to receive for the Knights. Look at that Tank Mason back there. And the Tank's going to come up. Now it is, that's Moore. Moore will take it at the 8, to the 10, to the 15. And he's hammered down hard right at the 21-yard line. What a hit. Moore took a huge hit that time. What a hit by Davenport's Zach Papadakis. The redshirt freshman from Grand Blanc with a big hit on special teams. And you could hear below the Davenport bench really excited about that hit by Papadakis. So Davenport now with a 21-6 lead. Here just past the midway point of the third quarter, 5:42 to go in this third period. Anthony Harris takes the shotgun snap, fakes the handoff in the pocket. He's flushed out, throws it. He got a wide open man over here at Keenan. 30, 35, 40. Down the sideline, run out of bounds near the 47-yard line. Boy, Keenan came out of the backfield. There was nobody within 15 yards of him. A total breakdown there defensively. And he just rambled down that sideline. Big pickup. Latrell Scott finally bumped him out of bounds, but not till he picked it up all the way to, say, to the 47. 1st and 10 Knights. Will continue to have a dominant total yardage advantage in yet Davenport with a 21-6 lead on the scoreboard. Anthony Harris hands it off again off the left side. Keenan nowhere to go. Hit at the line. He keeps the legs driving. He gets back to the line of scrimmage. No gain at all that time for Tristan Keenan. 2 Panthers in there on the tackle. Jamar Mills was the first. And Jamon Gibson also was there at the same time. They combined for the tackle. 2nd down and 10 for Gannon. How about this debut for Davenport's Trey Harris? 2 touchdowns, 15 yards in the first quarter, and just completed a 2-yard run up the middle on some good blocking. The last time he wasn't touched till he got to the goal line. 2nd and 10 for Gannon. Harris to pass in the pocket. Steps up. Now he's got to run again across 50, 45, and he slides forward. He lost yardage when he went to the slide. He had the first down, but then when he went to the slide, they'll mark him back a yard short of it. 3rd down and 1 it'll be. Third and 1 for the Knights. Harris, the leading rusher now in the game with 82 yards on the ground from his quarterback position. 3rd and 1. Probably do the quarterback sneak here again. They've done that a couple times. They do. They punch him from behind, and he's got the first down near the 42-yard line. They'll unpile him and then give the official signal that he's got the first down. They haven't done it yet. Now they do. Actually, he's down at the 43, but it is a first down either way. 21-6 Davenport, opening game for both teams. Davenport's got next week off. And 2 weeks from today, they're at Truman State in Missouri. 1st and 10 Knights. Tristan Keenan, the deep back. They'll give it to Keenan running wide, trying to turn the corner. He's trying to stretch it out. Good open field tackle. Brings him down after a very short gain. Good tackle that time by Niger Finney, the senior from Port Huron, Michigan. Gain of only 2, 2nd down and 8. Clock moving, 2.5 to go, third quarter. Davenport leads at 21-6 over Gannon. Opening game for both teams. Two receivers left, one to the right. Out of the shotgun formation is Anthony Harris, the grad student. Fakes the handoff, back to pass, looking. He'll step up. He'll fire it over the middle and caught for a very short gain, making the catch that time. And just across the line of scrimmage for about 3 before they'll drop him right there. It was James Faulkner, the tight end's first catch of the game. 3rd down and about, let's call it 5 for the Knights. They're probably in first down territory, barring a sack or a penalty. Or I say 4 down territory, I meant to say. Long count over center for Anthony Harris in the pocket. He'll step up, he'll throw a deep out pattern. It is bobbled and then caught for the first down. Nice grab by Darian Folks for the first down. They move the chains once again. He's down to the 27-yard line. 1:13 to go. They stop the clock and then set it. Far hash mark for the gold pant, brown jersey Knights of Gannon. Inside handoff. It's going to be taken right there by Keenan. He's hit down for no gain whatsoever, right at the 27, 2nd down and 10. Give the tackle that time to Kennedy Nelson, senior out of Raleigh, North Carolina. Call it 2nd and 10. Final 20 seconds of this third quarter, barring a penalty or incompletion. This will be the final play of this third period. Long count for Anthony Harris. Takes the shotgun snap, gives to Keenan right side. He's going to be hit, and he breaks a tackle, breaks another one, still keeps the legs driving. He's brought down there. That'll be the end of the third quarter. We'll go to the fourth quarter. Gannon on the move with a score. Davenport 21, Gannon 6 here on DUPanthers.com.
Champions know how to seize opportunities. When they see moments of greatness unfold right before their eyes, they push as hard as they possibly can, and then they push harder. Because the heart of a champion never settles, never quits, and never stops giving its all. We are champions. We are Division II. We go big, we give it everything we've got, and we win. On the field, on our campuses, in our communities, for our causes, in our careers. We rise to become champions in everything we do. We are Division II, and there are no limits here. We make our time count. We set our own path. We become champions on our terms. It's time to up your game, because we're here to play and learn. But most importantly, we're here to discover ourselves, our vision, our heart, our drive, to achieve every goal we aim for, because we want to be champions at the highest level, life. At Division II, The opportunities are here. Are you ready?
Three quarters in the book, and the first play of the fourth quarter will be a big one. Davenport leads Gannon 21-6. Significant yardage advantage for the home team Knights throughout this game. It's 314 to 186 for three quarters, 314 to 186. Davenport's come up with a big special teams interception return for a touchdown, recovered a fumble and ran it in for another one after a turnover. We come back to play. First play of the fourth quarter will be a big one, 3rd and 8 for Gannon. Again, down 21-6. They're in 4-down territory, I'm certain here. They've got 3 receivers to the left, 2 to the right for Anthony Harris, who takes the shotgun snap. Nobody's going to give the secondary call. Davenport defense moving around a little bit. 3-man front. Now he steps up. He'll throw it over the middle. It is bobbled and then caught. Tank Mason, a nice catch, brought down to about the 15-yard line, well shy of the line to gain. Good tackle that time by Nick Pauly, the linebacker from East Lansing High School. But it's fourth. Oh, he got the first down. I thought he was short. My apologies. I was wrong. First down, a little confusion on the play call coming in right now. So 1st and 10, the Knights move the chains to the 16-yard line. Get some other numbers for you through three quarters in just a moment. Back to pass, Harris in the pocket. He'll step up, and he's going to be hit and drop back inside the 20-yard line. A sack that time for DU. I think that's Davenport's first sack of the game, and give it to Austin Steef. Big play by Austin Steef, one of the captains on this team. Second down and 12 after the sack by Steef. Ball spotted at the 18-yard line. 3 receivers to the left again for Anthony Harris. He takes the snap in the pocket. He's flushed out, running to the left. Still looking. He wants to run. Now he'll throw it at the last second. Incomplete. Batted away nicely over there by the Panthers' Miles Harris. Good deflection makes it 3rd down and long. I've been looking on the Davenport sideline or bench or the field for Markel Guilford, who had the 100-yard interception return, but then was injured later on some apparent cramp. I've not seen him back out there then. 3rd and 12 for the DUD and the Gannon offense. Again, they're in 4-down territory, I'm certain, down 21-6 to Davenport. Harris in the pocket. He'll step up. He'll go at deep pass out here. It is caught at the 12-yard line and brought down right there. Good open field tackle that time by the Panthers' Miles Harris again. It'll be 4th down. Ball at the, let's spot him right at the 10-yard line. 4th down and about 3.5, let's call it. Panthers can take one big step towards a victory here if they can get a stop here. On the other side, Gannon can get right back in this game if they can get the conversion and then get a touchdown. Here we go down, 4th down, 3.5. Let's call it 4. And we get a timeout by Davenport just before the snap. Some other third quarter stats for you. Individually for Davenport, 62 yards on the ground for Cephas Harris and 2 touchdowns. Dwan Mathis has run for 2, including a big 26-yard gallop last time Davenport scored. Gannon's leading rusher, Anthony Harris, the quarterback, has 92 yards on the ground. Tristan Keenan has 24 yards gained. Passing, Dwan Mathis, 5 for 10 for 71 yards with a long of 30. Anthony Harris is 15 for 20, 178 yards and 1 touchdown with a long of 25. Leading receiver for Davenport, George Sims, 2 catches for 43 yards. Xavier Marquez, I don't think that's right, but we'll check that. Also, Tristan Keenan has 3 catches for the Knights, and Cuban has 4 catches for 48 for Gannon. All right, here we come back. Big fourth down play. Fourth down. Call it a long 4 for the Knights. Panther bench cheering on the defense. Fourth down, back to pass. Harris in the pocket. He'll step up. He'll fire it over the middle, and it's incomplete. Broken up beautifully by Miles Harris once again. He's made a number of fine plays. Davenport gets the turnover on downs. They'll get it back with a 21-6 lead here in the fourth quarter with 12:30 to go in this final period. Now DU needs to just grind out a few first downs to get that clock moving. Trey Harris in that backfield with 2 touchdowns on the ground already here today and 62 yards total. They'll give it to Trey off the left side. Not much room to run there. He'll fight like crazy, just get back of the line of scrimmage. Trey Harris was an outstanding high school player at Chippewa Valley in the Detroit area. First team All-State in high school. Give him a yard, second down and 9. Empty backfield now for Dewan Mathis. Panther QB takes the snap in that shotgun. Nope, now he's going to stand up and get a secondary call. Panthers in no hurry now with a 21-6 lead here, approaching the midway point of the fourth quarter. Harris takes the pass, flips it out here. Caught at the 10, to the 15, to the 20, 25-yard line, 30, 35, and run out of bounds is Trey Harris. They split him out. He grabbed it and zipped down the right sideline. Big gain for Trey Harris and the Panthers out of the backfield. Brought down by Stewart, but it's a first down, moves the chains out to the 37-yard line, first and 10, Davenport. I said midway point, we got more than that to go. It's 11 and a half to go in this fourth. Panthers line it up. Give to Trey Harris off the right side. Got a hole, 40, 45. Good blocking on the right side of that line that time. Adam Sario and Zach Slapnicker there leading the way for Trey Harris, who got 8 yards. 7 of them before he was touched. Stewart on the tackle again for Gannon. 2nd and 2 for DU. I think they're going to keep the ball in the hands of Trey Harris as long as they're moving the chains here. They will do just that. He'll go off the right side, and he gets the first down, breaks a tackle at midfield, keeps the legs driving to the 45, keeps the legs driving to the 41-yard line. Just Trey Harris would not be stopped. The junior from Clinton Township, transfer from Youngstown State. Move the chains again, 1st and 10 DU all the way down to the 42. They're going to keep Trey in there, and why not? We'll check his numbers here in just a second. Fake to Trey, back to pass Dewan. He'll throw it out of bounds. Receiver over there got tied up with the defenders. Nobody's there, so Mathis wisely just threw it out of bounds. Trey Harris with a net gain of 83 yards and 2 touchdowns so far, 7.5-yard average on his 11 carries. 2nd and 10 DU, Mathis to pass, fakes the pass. Now he wants to run, there's nowhere to go. He's going to be hit, and he breaks a couple tackles and makes a gain out of it. A minimal gain, but a good job by Dewan Mathis avoiding what was going to be a sack. Turn it into about a 1.5-yard gain. Sir Jerome Treadwell on the tackle for the Knights. 3rd and 9 for DU at the 42-yard line of Gannon. Leading it, Davenport is 21-6 here in this fourth quarter. 3 receivers right, 1 to the left. Mathis takes the pass in the pocket, flips a screen pass, caught by Trey at the 35. He falls forward. Oh, he's going to be just short, I think, of the first down. They had blockers out there, but it wasn't Trey, excuse me. That was Caden Collins who took the screen pass. It'll be 4th down and about 2.5. Bryce Wood on the tackle, but Davenport will go for it all the way down to the 35-yard line. They've got to get to the 42. Let's call it 3 yards. 4th and 3. Mathis, long count. Play clock is down to 13. Davenport in no hurry with a 21-6 lead. Big play, 4th down and 3. 8:47 and running here in this 4th quarter. Now Davenport's going to call a timeout just before the play clock expires. Again, Trey Harris with 83 yards on the ground and 2 touchdowns, leading the way for Davenport. 22 yards for Mathis running. He had a long of 26 in that drive that led to the last touchdown for the Panthers. Mathis is 7 for 13 passive now for 102 yards. No touchdowns, 1 interception. We'll come back to play. It'll be 4th and 3 for Davenport. Too far to attempt a field goal here. The ball at the 35-yard line will be a 52-yard attempt. Assistant coach Brian Goins told me that 45 yards right now is about the comfort level with Caden Thomas as far as a field goal attempt. This would be 52. And Davenport's going to punt it now. I don't disagree with this, especially if they can pin him inside the 10-yard line. See if Alec Wallion can drop it in here on 4th down at the 35. There's the snap. He'll take his time, kick it high, might be too deep. It's going to roll down there near the 5, up in the air, and it's going to roll dead. Davenport's going to down it. He not only got it inside the 10, he might have got it inside the 5. He did, about the 4.5-yard line. Great punt, Alec Wallion. So the Knights of Gannon will start right about the 5-yard line. 1st and 10 Gannon, and 8:34 to go in this 4th quarter. Davenport 21. And Gannon 6. Davenport's touchdowns, 15-yard touchdown run by Trey Harris, a 2-yard touchdown gallop by Harris, and a school record 100-yard interception return for a touchdown by Markel Guilford. Now they've got the Knights backed up just short of the 5-yard line. Handoff off the right side, running wide to the right. They'll knock him down after a very minimal gain of about a yard or so, maybe 2. Tristan Keenan on the carry. Give him a couple yards, 2nd down and 8. Jamar Mills on the tackle for DU. 2nd down and 8. We are stretching every bit of our neck to see this as we are blocked from the view of the play, most of it, by the press box wall here. Back to pass is the quarterback. He'll look. He'll throw it deep out over here, and it's incomplete. Good defense that time by DU. Bring up a 3rd down and long for the Knights. Third down and 8. Big play here with 7:49 to go in the 4th quarter. Davenport leading at 21-6. 2 receivers left, 2 to the right for Anthony Harris, who takes a shotgun snap in the pocket. Good protection. He's looking, still looking. Now he's flushed out. He's going to run to the right, and he's going to be run out of bounds. Here's a flag deep down in the defensive back secondary, and it might be a hold on DU. He stopped him short of it, but the flag's going to probably give the Knights a 1st down.
Number 3, Edrin Layler, credited with the pass breakup.
It's a 10-yard holding penalty on Davenport, as we feared. That'll negate what would have been a 4th and long. They move the Ball out to the 18-yard line, or is that 17 anyway, roughly there. 1st and 10 Knights. Harris going to run to the right, breaks one tackle, and it gets across the line of scrimmage for a short gain of about 4. Then they bump him out at the 22-yard line. Call it a 5-yard gain, 2nd down and 5 for the Knights of Gannon. 7:15 to go in the 4th quarter and running. Davenport 21, Gannon 6, opening game for both teams. DU off next week, 2 weeks from today on the road at Truman State in Missouri. We'll have the broadcast for you here on DUPanthers.com. Back to pass Harris. He's going to step up. Now he's got room to run. Across the 25, he slides forward at about the 29-yard. Here's another flag in the defensive secondary. So they'll sort this out. Probably be on the defense, I would guess. Most time it is, unless somebody took a cheap shot. First downs. Davenport now with 12, 19 first downs for the Knights. It'll be 20 after this penalty, I believe. Oh, it was a sideline warning. It was not a penalty. Okay. So it's 1st and 10 for the Knights at the 28-yard line. 1st and 10 at the 28. Well, they've moved it out from the 5-yard line, but it's taken a fair amount of time off the clock here. Clock moving with 6.5 to go in the 4th quarter. Davenport leads by 15 points. Anthony Harris to pass in the pocket. Looking, he fires it over the middle. It is caught by at the 20, 35, 40, 45, 50. And all the way down into Davenport territory goes Tristan Keenan, the sophomore from Baltimore. He's not brought down till he gets into Davenport territory at the 43-yard line. Jamar Mills brought him down, but they moved the chains. 1st and 10 at the 43 for the Knights. 3 receivers left. Anthony Harris building up some numbers now, passing it. But again, they trail by Davenport's 21-6 lead. Harris to pass in the pocket. Now he steps up. He wants to run. He's going to be hit and brought down. Good open field tackle there by Austin Stieff, one of the captains on this team. I think it was Austin Stieff. Let me check it. It was Austin Stieff on the tackle. Big play by Austin. No gain. They won't get a sack. He should have. Just got to the line of scrimmage, so no sack, but it is a tackle. 5:13 to go and counting in this 4th quarter. Davenport 21, Gannon 6. 3 receivers right, 1 to the left for the Knights on 2nd and 10. To pass Anthony Harris. Looking, he fires it over the middle, and it is caught and bobbled and then caught again. Tank Mason, what a great effort for that catch. He was hit just as the ball got there by Xavier Marquez, and Marquez hit him and popped the ball up, and Mason went up and grabbed it. They're going to mark him just shy of the line to gain 3rd down and 1 for Gannon. Third down and 1 for the Knights. This has been a lengthy drive for them. But again, they're not running any type of hurry up at all, even though they're down by 2 scores. 3rd and 1. They'll give it to Keenan up the middle. He's hit at the line, keeps the legs driving, gets the first down about the 32-yard line. They'll knock him backwards, but he'll get credit for the first down at the 32. One of the Panther players lost his helmet. He'll have to go out for at least one play. Move the chains, but again, it moves the clock still. 4:14 to go and counting. What this means, the length of this drive, even if Gannon scores, they will have to try an onside kick because there won't be enough time to get the ball back by traditional method. Unless they score on this play, perhaps. Harris the pass in the pocket. He steps up, he throws it over the middle, and it's incomplete. He was looking for Keenan out of the backfield. One of the Knights is injured on the field. They're going to tend to the injured player. 2 injuries, one for Gannon and one for Davenport. We'll tell you a little bit more about that. Mentioned Austin Stieff made that big play earlier on this drive for DU defensively, and he's a guy that Sparky McEwen's counting on this year to make a big difference.
He's one that we count on. You know, he's got to put pressure on the opposing team's passer, and he's got to be a leader. You know, he was voted as one of the captains, and he's got to play like that captain role for us, and he's got to lead us.
That's Sparky on Austin Stieff. The injured Panther is Jermaine Young, the senior from Chicago. He's up and off the field, but the Gannon player is still down. Boy, they're moving that knee very, very delicately, and they should. That's an athlete's lifeline, the knee, of course. .350 to go, and now the injured lineman for the Knights is getting off the field. Just .350 left. Davenport 21, Gannon 6. Make sure you catch Davenport's YouTube channel for the weekly Davenport Coaches Show. We do it live from Michello's Tuesdays at 7, and you can watch it at any time after that on DUPanthers.com YouTube channel. Hopefully talking about a victory here in PA to start the season, but we've got some work to do before we can say that. 2nd and 10 for Gannon. This drive started on the 5-yard line. Now they jump off sides. Lineman a little bit premature that time. Eric Delgado tried to get a head start. 5-yard march off will make it 2nd and 15 for the Knights. Now why aren't they marching it off? So 2nd and 15 now for Gannon. Ball in the near hash mark, left to right. Gannon started its own 5 on this. Again, they've moved the ball, but they've taken a huge amount of time up on this possession. Now they'll wind the clock here on 2nd down and 15 for Gannon. Back to pass, Harris, he's flushed out. He gets by one man, he'll stop, he'll throw it towards the sideline, incomplete. He was looking for Andrew Cuban. Good coverage over there by the DU defender. Make it 3rd down and long.
Cuban, the intended receiver.
3rd down and 15. You hear the Panther bench below us. Back to pass, Harris in the pocket. He throws it deep over the middle. It is caught by Tank Mason, but he's short of the 1st down. He got about the 27-yard line. He needs to get another 5. It'll be 4th and 5. Gannon, of course, will go for it. Good coverage by Xavier Marquez by Davenport there. It's 4th down and 5. Clock moving. This drive started at the 8:34 mark. We're under 3 minutes to go here in this one. Here we go, 4th down. This one can put it away. Back to pass, Harris in the pocket. He's flushed out. He gets by one man. Now he's looking. He throws it across his body, and it is caught near the sideline. Was it caught or not? It was caught. What a grab over there by Zaheem Crawford Patterson. It was well defended over there. That was a great catch right at the sideline. But they'll spot it and move the chains. Clock runs now with 2:37 to go. They've taken almost 6 minutes. It is 6 minutes now in this drive. They trail 21-6. Davenport is challenging the decision that ball was caught. Now again, this is one of those situations where they've got to have clear vision, clear-cut evidence that it was not caught. But it's not a bad gamble by Sparky McEwen. Whether you get it or not, he's got a timeout to talk with his team. You'll lose a timeout, but you shouldn't need it, I would think, in this situation.
The officials will review the play.
By the way, we mentioned the school record 100-yard interception return by Markel Guilford of 100 yards earlier in this game. The last interception for a touchdown by Davenport was Shaq Floyd in 2022. Shaq Floyd had quite a game here in Erie back in 2021. In 2022, he returned a touchdown or a pass for a touchdown against Gannon. But in 2021, Davenport played Gannon twice. And the first time here in Erie, they beat him 30-22, and Shaq Floyd had 3 interceptions in that game. They later played in the spring. That was COVID year. We played 2 games in the spring. Davenport then beat him at our place 37-22. Those are the only 2 meetings between these 2 clubs. Davenport swept them back in 2021, 30-22 here in Erie, and 37-22 back at our place. Davenport challenging. If they win the challenge, it'll be stop on downs. Davenport will get it back to put this one away. By the way, this is the first game in August for Davenport since 2017, which was Sparky McEwen's first game as a head coach of DU. While they still look at this review, let's run down the rest of the head coaching staff for Davenport. Sparky McEwen in his 9th year. Adrian McEwen, assistant head coach and defensive coordinator. Lavelle Walker, associate head coach and linebacker special teams coordinator. Devin Russell, assistant head coach, offensive coordinator. Nick Ruffing, tight ends and offensive line coach. Javon Augustus, wide receiver coach. Kenny Ray Augustus, defensive line. Nick Greco, offensive assistant. Brendan Beatis, defensive assistant. Brian Goins, the kickers. Tyler Pike, Bart Estola, Austin Shaban, and Pete Braniff, our assistant volunteer coaches. Well, the call has been upheld. It'll be 1st and 10 for the Knights at the Davenport 17-yard line. Davenport leads at 21-6. Just 2:32 to go in this 4th quarter.
After review, the ruling on the field is upheld. That will be Davenport's final timeout.
That's how they say it, by the way. That's a new rule in college football. If the ruling doesn't change, they just say the ruling is upheld. They don't say it's confirmed. They just say upheld or overturned. Sparky McEwen getting a further explanation on the decision here of what the officials saw when they looked at the review. First and 10, Gannon. Back to passes Harris in the pocket. He throws it deep to the corner of the end zone. It's tipped up in the air and incomplete. Great coverage over there by DU. That was Edwin Lauer the free safety on the coverage there. Good break up there by Lawler. Lawler's a redshirt sophomore. 2nd and 10 for Gannon. Back to pass, Harris in the pocket. He'll step up, he'll throw it over the middle, and it's caught for the touchdown. Darian Folks gets the score. And the Knights get on the board from 16 yards out. Yeah, they're going to go for 2 now to try to make it a 3-point difference. This is a big conversion attempt for them. If Davenport can get a stop here, they'll have to get another touchdown. Timeout called by Gannon. I'm not sure how many they've got left. 1 left after this, I'm told. The score now is 21-12. I said that's not going to get him within 2. This will get him within 7. I'll get that right the first time. 21-12. They want to get a touchdown, a 2-point conversion to get it within 7. .221 left in the 4th quarter now. 21-12 Davenport after the 17-yard touchdown pass from Harris to Folks. And now they'll go for 2 to try to make it a 1-score. Actually, it would be 1 score with a T, but they'd like to get within 7. Harris sends a man in motion left. He's rolling to the left. He's looking. He's being pressured. He throws it into the back of the end zone. Nobody's there, incomplete. It'll stay at 21-12. Now they have to get a touchdown and more because they're now by 9 now. So 21-12 Davenport with 2:21 to go. And there'll be an onside kick attempt here by the Knights. Try to get the ball back. DU can recover it, and again, unofficially 1 timeout left for Gannon. With a 2-minute timeout also coming, so Davenport, well, if they can get, first they need to recover the onside kick attempt. Then they need to get 1 first down to put it away. Davenport put their hands team out there. Try to recover the onside kick attempt from Costa. Seven men up front for Davenport. They've got 2 kickers up there, so they're going to run one, probably cross around the other one. Here we go with the onside kick attempt. Now they cross one over. Here comes the second one. It's towards the sideline. Bat it, guys. It goes out of bounds. Boy, it took a second high hop, and Gannon had a chance to get it. But it took a nice secondary hop and went out of bounds. There's a late flag, a couple of them. Oh, kick went out of bounds. That'll be a flag. It'll be DU ball, and with a 9-point lead. Didn't touch anybody. 2:21 to go here in this 4th. I would expect the Panthers will put it in the hands of Trey Harris. Try to grind out the final first down. That'll put this thing away for DU. Too early to take a knee with 2:21 to go. Trey Harris again with 83 yards and 2 touchdowns in his Davenport debut. Harris family's been very, very good to Davenport. Here's a give to Trey off the right side. Got a hold of the 35, to the 32, to the 31. He's got a first down all the way down to the 31-yard line. Boy, not just running out the clock there. Brought down by Casimir, but it's a 1st and 10. They move the chains. Gannon calls its final timeout. They've got the 2-minute timeout still to come. Big pickup by Trey Harris there. On 1st and 10. Moves the chains. 21-12 Davenport. Again, the scoreboard says that is the final timeout for the Knights. DU led it 21-6 at the half. Don't think I expect anything different than what we just saw. Handoff to Trey Harris. And they updated his stats here. Let's see. They have not yet. Let me see if I can fresh him up there after that last gain of about 14. They have not as of yet. 1st and 10 Davenport. Clock at 2:15. Still have the 2-minute timeout to come. Give to Trey off the right side. Plows for 3, 4, maybe more. Boy, you just don't bring him down that easily. He did got more than one. He got all the way down to the 24-yard line. That'll take us to the 2-minute timeout. With Davenport leading at 21-12 here in Erie, Pennsylvania. Trey's close to 100 yards now. He might have it. Let me double check that. And the stats have not been updated yet. Picking up where older brother Myron Harris left off last year. (21-12) Davenport. They've got a 2nd down and about 3 at the 24-yard line. Davenport just want to keep the ball moving, keep that clock moving. No timeouts, no way to stop it for the Golden Knights here. They've updated the stats now. 97 net yards for Trey Harris. He needs 3 more to hit the century mark. See if we can get him a 3-yard gain here. That'll put this game away. They give to Trey off the right side, and he has got the 3 yards across the 30 to the 20, rather, to the 18-yard line. 1st and 10 Davenport. Trey's over 100 yards, and that one's going to put it away. DU can go into victory formation and get the 2025 season off on the right foot with an official victory on the road here in Pennsylvania. So Harris will go to the knee. 104 yards on the ground for Trey Harris in his Davenport debut. Dwan Mathis takes a knee. 125 to go and running. They'll have to take it down and take one more snap. And then we'll put this one officially in the win column for Davenport. We'll come back with some post-game stats quickly and then run the scoring summary for you as well when this one's over. They'll run that clock down and take the knee, and that should do it, folks. Well, 43 seconds to go. They may have to do it one more time. Yeah, do it right now. There's no reason to wait, but they're going to wait. Under 30. Good start for Davenport on the road here. Had a bad break go against them in the first half, but they overcame it. Some big plays. Some nice debuts by some new Panthers. Some good contributions from veterans. DU's going to win it as Mathis takes the final snap of the game. And that's it, and they'll run it out. Clock approaching zeros. Teams headed towards midfield to congratulate each other. Final score in the opener of the 2025 season. Davenport 21, Gannon 12. We'll take a break. We'll come back with final game stats and scoring summary for you here on DUPanthers.com.
Champions know how to seize opportunities. When they see moments of greatness unfold right before their eyes, they push as hard as they possibly can, and then they push harder. Because the heart of a champion never settles, never quits, and never stops giving its all. We are champions. We are Division II. We go big, we give it everything we've got, and we win. On the field, on our campuses, in our communities, for our causes, in our careers. We rise to become champions in everything we do. We are Division II, and there are no limits here. We make our time count. We set our own path. We become champions on our terms. It's time to up your game, because we're here to play and learn. But most importantly, we're here to discover ourselves, our vision, our heart, our drive, to achieve every goal we aim for, because we want to be champions at the highest level, life. At Division II, the opportunities are here. Are you ready?
Davenport beats Gannon 21-12 in the opening game for both clubs. Rick Berkey giving you the final post-game summary. Let's run down the scoring summary. Davenport recovered a fumble early in the first quarter at the 15-yard line by Gannon. And on the very first play following the recovery, Trey Harris took the handoff and dashed down the right sideline for his first score as a Panther. Caden Thomas' kick made it 7-0 Davenport. Gannon got on the board with 4:12 to go in the first quarter. A 12-yard touchdown, or make that a 13-yard touchdown pass from Anthony Harris to Tank Mason. The kick was blocked, picked up by Davenport, and run back for what should have been a two-point conversion. But the referee inadvertently blew the whistle. That negated the 2 points for Davenport. That could have been a big play in this game. It turned out it wasn't that needed that much. But it was 7-6 Davenport. Stay that way all the way till the late stages of the second quarter, when the key play of the game easily happened as the Gannon Golden Knights were driving for an apparent lead touchdown. They threw the ball in towards the goal line, where Markel Guilford stepped in front of it and took it back for a 100-yard interception return for a touchdown, a school record. Thomas's kick made it 14-6 Davenport, going to the locker room. Davenport added its third touchdown of the game, and 5:47 to go in the third quarter. Second touchdown of the afternoon for Trey Harris from 2 yards out for some good blocking there. Nice drive.
What's up, Rick?
Got him down there.
Got that win, baby.
Yeah, baby. Coach is celebrating the win here. Gannon then got on the board with a final touchdown of the game with just 2:21 left. Anthony Harris hit Folks on a 16-yard scoring toss. 2-point conversion attempt failed. 21-12, Davenport recovered the onside kick and ran out the clock. Final numbers, first downs, 14 for Davenport, 25 for Gannon. Rushing yardage, 148 for Davenport, 153 for the Knights, pretty even there. Passing yards is 115 for Davenport, 269 for the Knights. Total yards here in this game. This is a unusual number, 422 to 263, 160-yard advantage for Gannon, but Davenport wins it anyway, 21-12. Punting return, Davenport, Woyan averaged 36 yards on 4 punts. Some individual offensive numbers for Davenport. Trey Harris, 110 yards in his Davenport debut and 2 touchdowns. Long of 17, an average of just under 8 yards a carry for Trey Harris for his 110. Dwan Mathis ran for 22. For Gannon, Anthony Harris, their quarterback, ran for 101. Passing, Mac Vandenhout started the game, 3 for 6 for Davenport for 13 yards. Dwan Mathis, 7 for 13, 102 yards, 1 interception with a long of 30, along with picking up 22 yards on the ground. Leading receivers for Davenport, Xavier Marquez had 4 catches for 53 yards. George Sims had 2 grabs for 43. Leading tacklers for Davenport, Deion Johnson, 10 tackles, 5 unassisted, 5 assisted. Jamar Mills had 9, Latrell Scott had 8, Xavier Marquez had 6. Third down conversions, Davenport just 3 out of 10, 7 out of 14 for the Knights. Davenport 1 for 1 on the 4th down conversion, but it was a big one as Dwan Mathis threw a beautiful ball over the middle for the first down on 4th down and about 8. Got him down inside the 10-yard line where they eventually scored their final touchdown on the 2-yard run by Trey Harris. 2 out of 3 for the Knights on 4th down this afternoon. That'll wrap it up here. I want to thank Bob and Taylor and all the gang here at Gannon University for their assistance. They were very helpful in our broadcasts. We want to thank you, the listener, for joining us. Don't forget, we'll be off next week. Davenport off next week, 2 weeks from today. We'll have the broadcast of the game from Missouri as Davenport takes on Truman State in Missouri. Don't forget to also join us for the DU Coaches Show Tuesday night at 7 from Utella. You can catch it live on the DU YouTube channel or catch it any time after that. That'll wrap it up. Rick Berkey saying thanks for joining us once again. The happy totals from Gannon. Davenport 21 and Gannon 12. So long, everybody.